Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome in here live to Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas. It's District 10 6A football. I'm Reese Lannon, joined to my right, by the doctor, Mr. Herman Howard, and it's Tyler Legacy and Rockwall-Heath on the gridiron, our first district game for the Red Raiders this season, who are coming off a huge victory to close out their non-district slate. Herman, you look at Rockwall-Heath, they've been really good in the past, but Tyler Legacy, they need this one.
Absolutely. Well, Reese, once again, it's great to be with you for another edition of Friday Night Football at Rose Stadium. Yes, indeed, my friend, for Tyler Legacy, the Red Raiders, you mentioned 1-3 on this season. Their win last week at Crowley, 32-25, snapped a 6-game losing streak, which extended back to last season. So for the Red Raiders, with that huge win on the road, back at home for district play, this is a great opportunity for the Red Raiders tonight at home.
Yeah, to say the least. But everything that sparks Tyler Legacy is the offense. So let's look at some stuff that they did last time when they were at home. And Tyler Legacy, you watch back in the Marshall game, obviously a 55-28 loss. But as you're seeing here, there's explosive plays. This offense can move the ball, especially through the air. And coming into tonight, Zach Davis plays his best ball at home by far. Almost 70% of his passing yards this year have came at Rose Stadium.
Yes, he's more like of a home quarterback. He likes that home cooking, and we have seen that so far this season. 6 touchdown passes, only 2 interceptions at home. Flipped it on the road, only 2 touchdown passes and 4 picks away from Rose Stadium. So that's one of the keys for the game for Tyler Legacy tonight, Reese, is at the play of quarterback Zach Davis. He's a good quarterback. He has his weapons. He has the tools, and he's had some good numbers. But now the key question for Zach Davis is that will he be consistent not only throughout the entire game but also leading this way in district play for the rest of the season?
Well, you see Jace Love on your screen scoring that touchdown on the last carry. But Jace Love, he is a big part of this offense, but this offense has some new juice, and we'll talk about it here right now. When talking about this new juice, Tyler Legacy last week got Corey Ransom back from injury, who they expected to play a huge role. He's only a sophomore, was his first game last week, only 5 carries, but Rodney Burnley as well helped shoulder load, 16 carries, 71 yards last week. This Tyler Legacy ground game racked up over 250 yards of rushing offense. When you talk about the rushing, the offensive line up front, Herman, I know that's going to be a big part of the game plan today in order to get that run game going, to have that pass game able to open up the play action.
Absolutely, Reese. That's what for the Red Raiders, they need that, especially with the offensive line. They've done a tremendous job last week, and they'll have to continue that again tonight. Pound the rock with their running backs, led by Jace Love, of course, who has 4 touchdown runs on this season, and also with the change of pace with the other running backs. But the key for that offensive line is that they have to continue with the wedge blocking, which we've seen very well 2 weeks ago here at Rose Stadium, and also against this Hawks defense. They are very young. They've been up and down this season, but I think this will be potent for the Red Raiders if they're able to have consistency on offense, which all starts with that offensive line.
Well, we'll take a peek at the district standings right now coming in. Everyone's at 2-2 besides Tyler Legacy.
Yeah.
But Tyler Legacy's only 1 game back. You look at them at 1-3, but this district is loaded. There are a lot of good teams in this district. It's just not showing right now. And when you look at the Tyler Legacy schedule, very front-loaded when it comes, or I should say very back-loaded, favorably front-loaded, but back-loaded. Game 8 against Longview, Game 9 against Rockwall, Game 10 against Forney. That's about as tough as it gets down the stretch.
Yes, indeed, for the Red Raiders, a very tough way to end the regular season. That's why tonight's game here against the Hawks of Rockwall-Heath is so critical for Tyler Legacy. They have to get up to a strong start tonight at home because in other games they struggled on the defensive end, but they have to see what they could do to set the tempo against the Hawks offense tonight throughout the entire game, leading this way. Again, the most important game in district is the one that you're playing each and every week. So for the Red Raiders, they have to get off to a fine start tonight against Rockwall-Heath.
Well, I love that thinking. You can only play the game in front of you. You can't look ahead to the next, especially in this district. But, Herman, let's talk about these starters. In terms of the skill positions, you look on your screen right now, there's the defensive starters for Tyler Legacy. It goes Davis, Romo, Garner, Kirksey, Harris, Humber, Brown, Jackson, Walton, Lee, and Alexander. Actually, Jashawn Lee, a late scratch. He will not start. Braden Brown is in his spot. But we talk about the Tyler Legacy defense. everything goes through Nathaniel Kirksey. 62 tackles on the season. He is a monster, but there's another guy, Simeon Garner, who is really making waves up front. Had 2 strip sacks last week. The Tyler Legacy defense, we'll talk about them in a second. They were excellent last week.
Yeah, they sure were, with the 5 turnovers that they forced last week. And also, I think that was the most important game for their defense this entire season, because they had a slow start, especially in the first couple of games. They just had to regroup, focus on play one play at a time. And as you mentioned, with Garner and also with Kersey, outstanding job. Kersey, you've mentioned as well, Reese, a good point, that he leads the entire district in tackles heading into tonight's action.
And it's by a wide margin. He is a fantastic player. And as we take a peek at the Tyler Legacy offense with Johnson, Miller, Acker, as well as Power and Jackson up front, and then Zay Hood, John Price Rayner, Zach Davis, Jace Love, to Caden Brown and Micah Agaya. This Tyler Legacy offense, we mentioned, it's explosive, but Zay Hood averaging nearly 30 yards a catch. He had 101 yards last week despite not scoring.
Zay Hood, he's been that spark plug on the offense, that change of pace. He is the deep wide receiver for Tyler Legacy. He's so fast, and when he's in open space, he is so dangerous. We've seen that time and time again, Reese, so far in the early portion of the regular season. Not only is he able to make the big plays, but he's also able to rally the entire offense around him, and also he helps the offense better in that passing game, which also supports that running game. So it's really a 3-way attack with the big 3. We talked about the triplets when you think about it, with Zach Davis, Jace Love, and also Zay Hood. So Zay Hood is one of the key players, not only for the offense, but also for the entire Red Raiders team.
Well, we talk about the big boys up front, and they were an experienced bunch. You've got Demarion Johnson amongst others, and they're looking to open up some holes here today. So we're going to step aside here from Rose Stadium and get you ready for all the action here tonight. It's Tyler Legacy and Rockwall-Heath from Rose Stadium. Stick with us. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium as we get ready for kickoff. I'm Reese Lannon, joined to my right by Mr. Herman Howard, and Tyler Legacy will receive. Rockwall-Heath will kick it off as we're just about ready to get started here on a beautiful night from Rose Stadium. Great temperatures, about mid-80s all day long, and we're ready for football here. Tyler Legacy and Rockwall-Heath. Hope you enjoy. We're getting a lot of PA into public address announcements into the mic or the crowd mic right now, so just stay tuned. Hopefully those figure themselves out as we go along tonight. But Rockwall-Heath, Tyler Legacy, let's play. Rockwall-Heath will boot it away, and we are underway. Back deep to return this one to Caden Brown from his own 5. He's across the 20 and tackled hard right near the 25-yard line. And Tyler Legacy will start at their own 25.
Well, Reese, this game is important for Tyler Legacy because a win tonight in their district opener, and that will place the Red Raiders in a good spot before next week's road game at North Forney, because we said earlier, for the Red Raiders, they have to get off to a good start. And the Red Raiders win, and they would capture a 2-game winning streak for the first time since weeks 7 and 8, which dates back to last season.
Well, here's Zach Davis and company trotting out onto the field in the all-black jerseys tonight. Rockwall-Heath in the all-white. Davis takes the snap, play action, looking over the middle for Hood, and he's unable to make the catch. It's either dropped, deflected, something happened there, but regardless, incomplete. It's 2nd and 10.
Well, that's a good route there by Zay Hood to run across the middle on that fine throw by the quarterback, Zach Davis. So first play of the game, you want to go to your star player with Zay Hood across the middle. So that's a good call on first down.
So 2nd and 10 here. Here's a slant to Caden Brown and just over his outstretched arms. And just like that, it is 3rd and 10 for Tyler Legacy. So they're in for it right away.
Pass by Davis was just a little bit too high in the left flat. So quickly for the Red Raiders, they face a 3rd down and 10. So perhaps maybe that play with that 2nd down situation, maybe try to mix it up with the run, but nonetheless, 3rd down and 10.
Davis takes the snap, play action once more, looking right, throwing right. He's got Hood, but it's broken up at the last second. Great coverage there by Quincy Jones. And how about that? 3 incompletions, and the Red Raiders will have to punt.
Fine play by Jones, the left cornerback, as he swats the football away with his right hand at that far side. Good defense by the corner on that left side. That's how you play sound defense.
Sound defense indeed, as Karsten Spillman, who has been excellent punting the football here this year for Tyler Legacy, he's back to kick it. Left-footed punter. Jalen Simpson back to receive. As Spillman just barely gets this one away. It's on a line and bounces inside the 40, and this ball is going to bounce all the way inside the 30-yard line. An excellent punt there for Carson Spillman, and that is going to travel over 45 yards on the punt. So 3-0 for the Red Raiders. Good punt by Spillman. Rockwall-Heath will take over inside their own 30. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Quick break, and we're back as Rockwall-Heath back on the field, and they're going to run here on first down and not finding a whole lot. It'll be 2nd and long here. As getting the carry that time was Ashton Bradford, who was banged up coming into the week. Didn't know if he would play, and now we have an injured Hawk on the field.
Something that you don't want to see on the first play of the game for Rockwall-Heath, or either for either team, their injury on the first play. But when you talk about this Rockwall-Heath offense, Reese, they have that sophomore quarterback you mentioned earlier, Prosper Neal, 5'10", 180 pounds. He threw a couple of picks last week, and we'll see how he's able to bounce back in with this week's action, especially on the road.
We'll step aside as the injured player is being attended to on the field. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics, presented by Wagner Cadillac. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas, as the injured Hawk being walked off the field by the trainers right now. That is Cooper Shepard. So our best wishes to him as he is down. So we're going to have a new right tackle into the game. And I believe it's a number 65. Oh. Working to get a name on that, not listed on the roster. And it'll be 2nd and 10 here for the Hawks. Taking the snap here, it's Dutka, by the way, into the game to start, trying to run and can't run away from the posse that time. No gain.
Great defense by the Red Raiders. That's one of the keys. They have to plug up the middle, and no gain on that play, so it's quickly 3rd down and long for the Hawks of Rockwall-Heath.
I believe it is now Travion Johnson at right tackle. Yes, that is Travion Johnson. So 3rd and 10 here for the Hawks. It's Landon Dutka at quarterback, who split snaps through the first 4 games with Prosper Neal. Dutka, a senior, Neal, a sophomore. We thought that we might see Neal the whole game, given the stats coming in and what we were told pregame, but evidently it is still a split. So Dutka and company here, 3rd and long, trying to pick it up. Here's a fake screen. Dutka's going to take off and run himself. He's across the 30. He's near the 1st down marker, but he is not going to get there.
That's a good run by Dutka. He shows his athletic ability there, Reese, as he ducks away from the pocket and scrambles up to the right at the nearest side in front of the Red Raiders bench. So he gets some pretty positive yards, but shy of the 1st down mark.
So it's going to be 4th down and about 2, and I believe it's the punt team on the field for Rockwall-Heath, but we have heard and seen Rockwall-Heath does a lot of funky things special teams-wise, so look out for a potential fake. Interesting formation. They've got 2 gunners to the right side, nobody on the left side. Snap back, and the punt is away, and it's a good one. End over end, this ball is going to bounce inside the 25, and going away from the ball here is Zay Hood, who's going to let it die at around the 14-yard line. Looked like he might have had some room to run on there, but he lets it go. And a really good punt for the Rockwall-Heath Hawks. I believe that was Ashton Brentford, actually, the running back punting there.
Yeah, that's a good punt there. Long, booming kick, and it takes a bounce. Advantage for the Hawks and for the Red Raiders of Tyler Legacy. They start 1st down and 10 deep in their own territory at their own 15-yard line in a scoreless game. Well, it seems like so far, Reese, that both teams are trying to feel each other out like 2 boxers in a heavyweight fight.
2 3-and-outs here early. Not a lot of offense. Rockwall-Heath in that 3-4 formation is here's a give straight up the middle. I believe that was Corey Ransom. And it was Ransom. He got maybe a yard on the play.
Like to see Ransom in his actually playing in at home tonight. Like to see what he's able to do in front of the home crowd. He's a good change of pace for the Red Raiders.
Here's play action. Davis throwing out right. It's caught by Hood, who makes a move. He's at the 25, and Hood escorted out just beyond the 1st down marker. 1st and 10, Red Raiders.
What a catch by Zay Hood. He slips past one man, breaks a tackle, and cuts off to the far sideline. Good enough for the 1st down. Once again, Zay Hood, he shows his tremendous speed. He's able to shake loose from that defender for the 1st down for the Red Raiders.
Here's a give inside to Corey Ransom, who burst forward for a couple. The ball came out late. Was he down? No signal yet, and I believe that this is going to stay with Tyler Legacy, and it will. It's a gain of 3 for Ransom.
Fortunate break by Ransom, and for the Red Raiders, able to recover on that football, so they keep it on 2nd down.
Huge tempo here, as always, for Tyler Legacy. 2nd and 7. Davis gives. No, he keeps it, and now he's just going to fire it into the turf. Looked like he handed it off to Ransom, but there was nothing there or on the RPO to the left, and it's 3rd and long.
Devin Turner's right in front of the quarterback, Zach Davis, and Davis had to do the right thing, just quickly dump it away to avoid the sack. That's a good play.
Well, this front 7 for Rockwall-Heath is something else. They bring tons of pressure, and Turner, the guy who you just mentioned, 3-4 defensive end, he's a 100-meter sprinter. Yep. Davis dropping back, looking, fires a bullet, and it is dropped, juggled, and incomplete by Tyler Legacy. Zay Hood that time. And it'll be 4th down. That's a tough one to stomach.
Yes, Hood, he would have had the 1st down there, Reese. He was wide open at the 43-yard line, but maybe he just lost sight of the ball there with the lights there and dropped the football. That would have been a 1st down. So unfortunate situation there for the Red Raiders.
So here comes a punt, and Carson Spillman, who had a good one last time, is going to kick this one away with 8:55 to play here in the first quarter. Snap back. Spillman nearly had one blocked last time and gets this one away cleanly, and it's another good one. Bounces and takes a really nice Tyler Legacy bounce all the way near the 25-yard line. So Carson Spillman doing some great work today here, Herman.
Yes, well, we noticed that for Spillman, both of the punters, it's really been the show by the punters. That's really been the offense so far tonight, and also give the defense of both teams a lot of credit. Even though we're early in the game, it's been defense, and also the punting game has really told the story so far. So now the key question is, which offense will show up in this first quarter also, or in this first half in this critical matchup in district play?
So here we go. Rockwall-Heath back on offense, and it's Prosper Neal. So it goes exactly how it's gone for the first 4 games. Quarterback switch here into the second drive. Neal, 5'10", a sophomore. Much more of a running option. Here's the read option as he keeps, and he can't get away from the posse of Tyler Legacy. Only a couple that time. Brought down by guess who? Nathaniel Kirksey, amongst others.
He's been the MVP of this defense time and time again this season. It comes up with that stop on first down, but you have to like Prosper Neal, that sophomore. He does have athletic ability and is able to shake his way across the 25 to the 28-yard line.
You see the stats for Kirksey on your screen right there. 62 total tackles, including 5 for loss. RPO, throw over the middle, dangerous, and through the hands of the intended receiver, Jackson Traw. It'll be third down here for Rockwall-Heath.
That should have been a catch by Jackson Traw. He was wide open on the left side across the middle, but the football just sails through his hands there. So that's a catch that a wide receiver has to make.
Well, Tyler Legacy is facing an offense today. You look at it, 23 catches for the main target and Sean Gary. The next highest on this Rockwall-Heath team, 6. Gary had 12 catches last week alone.
He's their go-to guy on offense.
We'll see if they try for him on third down. Play action, looking long, throwing long down the right sideline. Good coverage and broken up. Zion Alexander out there as he puts the seatbelt on the intended receiver. That was Jalen Simpson.
Nice throw, but it was just thrown just a little bit too far at that near sideline out of bounds. And for Tyler Legacy, their defense, they're able to get off the football field, which is important for them. So for the Hawks, 0 for 2 on third down conversion so far in the game.
So Ashton Bradford, the running back. Actually, rather, that is not Ashton Bradford punting this time. I believe that's Bronson Mueller as he just barely gets it away, nearly blocked that time by the front of Tyler Legacy, and it's going to take a nice Heath bounce inside the 30. There is a flag on the play, and we'll see what the laundry determines here. It was 4th and 8, so potentially just a 5-yard penalty wouldn't have any impact on Tyler Legacy, but we'll see what the officials say.
Well, Reese, so far you talked about earlier before our broadcast that so far in the games that we were able to call that it's all been offense, but it's been flipped so far tonight. Halfway through the first quarter, it's been a defensive show.
I believe we had an illegal formation that time against Rockwall-Heath. So Tyler Legacy is going to get the ball back offensively. And partner, through the first 3 series, this has not at all been how our first 3 games on the year have been this year.
Yes, it's been pretty much 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and also the punting game. But I tell you what, if you like football, to be honest with you, Reese, this is good football when you think about it. Both teams have played sound defense, great tackling, and also the special teams play has been really dominant so far in this opening quarter of play.
So the ball will be marched up to the 33-yard line. And that's where the Red Raider offense will take it. So Zach Davis and company back out there. 3 receivers to start. Davis, the RPO, gives up the middle and maybe a yard that time. Tyler Legacy unable to get this run game going here early.
Well, for Rockwall-Heath, they plug up the middle once again. Fine defense on that first down play. It's quickly a second down, so give the defensive front, especially Isaac Martin, the 6'2", 285-pound senior with the tackle.
7:31 to play here, first quarter. Rockwall-Heath attacking still in that 3-4. Pressure is on Davis, and he is thrown down. It is Davon Turner, who you mentioned just a few minutes ago. You could see that sprinter speed, and that's just the 3rd time Zach Davis has been sacked.
And Turner has great size, 6'4", 215 pounds with that outstanding speed. He wraps up Davis for the sack and the loss. So opportunities for the defense for Rockwall-Heath.
3rd and 16 here for Tyler Legacy. Davis, clean pocket. He steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run. He's got nowhere to go, and he is thrown down for a short loss at about the 31-yard line. Sideline to sideline pursuit that time, and it's 3 and out for the Red Raiders.
Well, give credit to the secondary for Rockwall-Heath. That is a coverage sack. Davis, he rolled out to the near side, could not find an open receiver. The only thing he had to do was eat that one for the sack and the loss.
So 6:35 to play here in the first quarter, and we've already got our 5th punt of the game. Both teams with a lot of tempo and just one total first down so far. Spillman back to punt, nearly had one blocked the first time he punted. High snap, he's going to have to hurry, and he just barely gets this one away. There is a flag down at the line of scrimmage as Simpson picks it up at the 45, and he's across midfield. We'll check the flag, but for now it looks like pretty good field position for the Hawks.
Well, for the Hawks, give them credit so far. We mentioned earlier this has been an up-and-down team so far, at least this season. They lost their first 2 games and won their last 2. But so far tonight, this is a game in which they are in an incredible defensive struggle in this first quarter.
So we'll check the flag. I would think that this is going to be against the Red Raiders, given where the flag was thrown on the field right at the snap, and the up judge now holding the ball at the 43-yard line. He's going to set it down right there.
So for the Hawks, they start off great field position on the plus side of the football field.
First time either team's been on the plus side of the field here tonight. So Rockwall-Heath's going to spread it out to start it out. It's Landon Dudka back in at quarterback. 5'11", 170 pounds, the senior signal caller. He will give on a sweep, and Nathaniel Kirksey blows it up. There he is, Nathaniel Kirksey, who leads the district in tackles, coming in with 62. He has another there, and that was a physical stop.
Well, Kirksey was able to see that play right from the start, from the snap, and uses his great speed and makes that wrap-up tackle in the backfield for a loss of 1. Outstanding play by Nathaniel Kirksey. He's been the MVP, as we said. He's the X factor for the Red Raiders all season long.
So 2nd and 11 here. Dudka in the gun as he'll give up the middle. Breaking out of 1 tackle is Ashton Bradford, and he can't get away from the rest. I believe that was Cabraylon Jackson, the corner that was not Cabraylon Jackson. That was Jay Sean Lee, the safety that time, coming all the way up to make the tackle from the free safety spot.
An aggressive play by Lee from that safety spot. Hustles in to make the tackle. No gain on the play. That is what you want your safety man to do, to come up and rush and make those tackles. Outstanding defense.
3rd and long again here for Rockwall-Heath. As play action, rolling to the right, looking downfield, fires, and was that ball caught? What a catch if so. Jackson Schra right at the marker, and they're going to give him a first down.
Well, the good thing there about for Jackson Schra, he's able to use his body to shield himself from the defender, able to make that catch for the first down at the 33-yard line. That's a good play by Jackson Schra.
So Schra, after that drop earlier, comes back with a big grab on 3rd down. Needed 11, got 11. Dudka with Bradford off to his right. In motion goes the tight end, Riley Black. And the give is to Bradford, who is pummeled in the backfield. Oh, where did this Tyler Legacy run defense come from? Ramon Gabriel, amongst others, in there on the stop.
Unbelievable play by Gabriel. He was able, once again, he was able to snuff out that run. Give credit to the entire Legacy coaching staff within the last few weeks. The way the defensive players have really turned the tide and also have changed not only last week but so far tonight. Great job.
Well, Jacob Harris also in on that stop, and he's been a guy who's came on out of nowhere. Top 5 in the team in tackles now. Started his first game last week, was a contributor the weeks before. He's starting again today. Pressure quickly on Dudka. He gets away, looking to run, looking to get away, and he can't. It's Ethan Brown right at the line of scrimmage, and the junior playmaker makes it another 3rd and long.
Well, Ethan Brown in the open field in space. He clips him up by the ankles. Great job in bringing down Dudka, that quarterback, off to the right side. So once again, for the Hawks of Rockwall-Heath, they're facing a 3rd down and long situation. 1 out of 3 on 3rd down conversions in the game.
3rd and 13. That is an excellent play. If he doesn't make that stop, that's easily a first down for Dudka. Well, we've heard good things about Bronson Mueller, the kicker for this Hawks team. Made nearly a 50-yard field goal last week, so this is right on the edge of his range. Looking for more than that, though. Deep drop, throwing long. He's got a man way downtown, and it is caught for a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Guess who? Sean Gary.
My goodness, 36-yard touchdown pass to Gary. Makes his reception, the first catch, which results in a touchdown right across the middle. Uses great speed once again on that go route. Makes the over-the-shoulder catch there, race 36 yards, the hook up on the touchdown. And for the Hawks, they strike first.
So the extra point actually will not be attempted by the true kicker in Bronson Mueller. As Trot a hold here, and now the formation coming tight for the Hawks. 6-0 here, 3:06 to play first quarter. As we have a timeout before the extra point, and Rockwall-Heath is going to take the timeout to talk it over. Interesting decision, but it is a decision made nonetheless. 3:06 to play here, first quarter, 6-0 Rockwall-Heath. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Back here for the extra point as Rockwall-Heath finally ready to kick this one through after the timeout, and they do. So it's 7-0 now after the made extra point by the Hawks. So 7-0 Rockwall-Heath, but we talked about it for a second during the break. Tyler Legacy, their defense is making stops. It's just when they get to those third and longs, you saw it 2 straight times.
Yes, absolutely. For Rockwall-Heath, what they did is just went over the top with the speedy receiver, Sean Gary. Wide open, makes the great catch for the 36-yard touchdown reception. But when you think about it, Reese, give the Red Raiders credit because they've been able to shut down the Rockwall-Heath ground attack and also their offense throughout the entire game. There's just been one big play, but for the Red Raiders, you just have to just forget about it and just come back and try to have a methodical drive, take some time off the clock as we enter the final moments of this first quarter.
Yeah, wish we had the time on the clock, but there's a lot of things not working at Rose Stadium tonight, including the Jumbotron, which is completely black now in the north end zone. So maybe we'll get it next week. We'll see if we ever do get it, but 3:06 to play here first quarter. Happy to have you along for this one. Reese Landon, Dr. Herman Howard to my right, and Rockwall-Heath getting ready to boot this one away.
Be very interesting to see, Reese, how the Red Raiders will be able to respond with this upcoming offensive drive for them at home. 1-3 on the year.
So Rockwall-Heath queuing up to kick it away. And they do. It's in the direction of Tacaden Brown, who's got his second return now on the day. Crosses the 15 out towards the 20, and he is sacked down at about the 23-yard line. That's where Tyler Legacy will set up shop. It's been a slow start for the offense.
Yes, I think this is a situation, Reese, they have to get Jace Love into the game. 4 touchdowns on the year's average, 5.3 yards per carry. Like to see a little bit of Jace Love on this drive to put the pressure on the Rockwall-Heath defense, especially their defensive line. They have played so well so far tonight.
We see the season stats on your screen. Zach Davis, 8 touchdowns, 6 picks, 978 yards coming in. He's played really well at home, though. 6 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. Those games against Marshall and Tyler High. So we're back to it. Davis and company, 3 wide receivers again. Rockwall-Heath with that snack box as always. Deep drop, Davis throwing on the sideline, and it is over the head of Zay Hood, but there was blanket coverage that time from Quincy Jones.
Once again, Jones, he's been on the spot tonight. He's done a great job in coverage against the leading receiver for the Red Raiders in Zay Hood. When you think about it, for the Hawks defense, not only their secondary has played well, but also their defensive line.
Yeah.
They put the pressure on Zach Davis so far tonight. That's been one of the key factors so far in the game.
Well, they run an attacking 3-4, and it is very much an attack-based 3-4. As making a cut here, Ransom, physical run. Corey Ransom all the way across the 30. Are they going to get him down? I'm not sure. He's right at the first down marker, and it's finally blown dead. I think it's going to be about a half a yard short. That play, it seemed like the officials were not going to blow that one dead. And no, it is a first down. How about that?
Give credit to Ransom. That's a perfect example of hard work, dedication, and also results from the weight room. He's able to plow his way across the 32-yard line.
Actually, rather, they are not going to give him a first down. He is going to be just short as the officials get the chains back, and it is going to be third and about a foot. Maybe 2 feet. But I mentioned this attacking 3-4, Zeke Cannon, Carson Adams, Lane Yudzinski, and Luke Mitchell. It is very attacking. Zeke Cannon, 26 total tackles. He leads the team in stops. Luke Mitchell, number 9, the outside linebacker, 5.5 sacks, first in the district. Ransom with the give up the middle, and I think he has enough to move the chains.
Yes, he just sneaks past off the left guard, falls forward for the first down, and for Tyler Legacy, that is their initial first down of the game, 1 out of 3 in the game tonight. So that's a lot better than what we saw earlier in the game there, Reese, which they struggled on third down. So that's a plus for the Red Raiders.
2 tight ends now into the game as Davis play action, looking down the middle. Zay Hood, and he got it. What a catch. 40. Can he get out of the tackle? Inside the 30 to the 25. He takes a shot and a huge play for the black and red.
What a play by Zay Hood as he makes the over-the-shoulder catch across the middle. And then he was trying to break that one tackle. He was able to break that tackle. He would have scored, but give Hood with the credit with that long reception.
Corey Ransom, a lot of extended snaps, and he's got space. 20, nearing the 15, and he's finally wrapped up, and he's still going. Flags fly from the secondary, and this might be against Rockwall-Heath. Right near the first down was Ransom.
Good call by the Red Raiders that you have that draw play to Ransom after that big reception by Zay Hood with the change of pace.
We'll see what the flag is, and now it's being picked up. Well, it's against Rockwall-Heath. We do know that.
Yep.
I did not see the official ruling, but Tyler Legacy's got a first and goal.
Huge break for the Red Raiders. A chance to score deep inside the red zone, Reese.
To Caden Brown. Zay Hood, the receivers. 2 tight ends. Ransom the back. Ransom gets it off to the left, and he is thrown down for a loss back at the 11-yard line. The ball came out, but he was definitely on the ground.
Is this a situation for the Red Raiders, Reese, to go to Zay Hood with that corner route at that far side?
Well, 2nd and 11. It's making it tough on you here. Tyler Legacy in the red zone this year. They've been fairly good coming in. 12 trips, 9 scores, 8 touchdowns. So 2/3 of their opportunities have been touchdowns in the red zone. Here's Hood lunging inside the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal and about 6 feet to go, partner. And they're moving quick. Burnley the back. Davis clapping for the signals. The handoff is to Burnley up the middle, and he did not get there. Tyler Legacy stuffed, and we'll see if the offense will stay out there. And I think it is.
That's a good call if they'll decide to go for it, Reese. 4th down and about 2 yards to go. At about the 2-yard line, final moments of the first quarter. We'll see if they'll run it down to the end of the quarter.
Well, 15 seconds, and it appears they will, so they'll get some extra time to think about it during this timeout. So Tyler Legacy on the other side of this break is, well, we actually have a timeout, rather. It appears we have a timeout taken before that clock winds down, and I believe Tyler Legacy took the timeout. So 7-0, 4th and 2. You mentioned you'd go for it here.
Yes.
The analytics say to go for it. Why do you think they should go for it here?
Well, because of several reasons, Reese. Because one, because of the Rockwall-Heath offense is that they're able to throw across the top with Gary, the receiver. And also, two, you have Zay Hood and that staple of running backs. Give them a chance. This is district play. You want to send a message to that Rockwall-Heath sideline that, hey, We've come here to play. We won last week, and we're no pushovers. Even though we struggled early in the season, we've come here to win this game, and let's go for this and make a message, early message in this first quarter.
Well, they're going to try to make a message indeed. Here we go. This is a huge play at the end of the first quarter. Rayner is the H-back into the game. 3 receivers. Here comes a reverse. It's a flip to Caden Brown. Walks in. Touchdown, Tyler Legacy. Some trickery for 6.
What a call by the Red Raiders staff with that flip, and also to Brown. Races untouched. Reese in the near side of the end zone. What an outstanding call, which totally fooled the Rockwall-Heath defense.
They were not ready for that whatsoever. So some trickery from Bo Trahan and company gets the Red Raiders in the end zone.
And they had to respond from that touchdown by Rockwall-Heath, so they responded quickly.
Extra point coming here, August Williford. 9 of 11 this season. It is up a very high kick, and it is good. August Williford true, and the Red Raiders are dead even. 7-7, 9 seconds to play here in this first quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Back here from Rose Stadium, and Tyler, Riesland, and Herman Howard. And Herman, a huge touchdown drive for the Red Raiders, ended with some trickery.
Yes, Brown with that 2-yard run off the flip totally fooled the Hawks. They put them really, when you think about it, at disadvantage because they didn't expect that, and that's what you have to do in this district.
Here's an onside kick, bouncing. Rockwall-Heath nearly lost it, but it is held onto that time. What a heads-up play by the Hawks, and on the receiving end of that, we're going to get a number. That was Logan Hughes, the defensive lineman, to receive it. So Tyler Legacy gambles, but it doesn't pay off.
Hughes was Johnny on the spot with that onside kick to the near side, so he was not fooled on the play. But give credit to the Red Raiders staff to go for it on that onside kick late in the first quarter. So that's a pretty good call there.
I don't mind the call, especially this early.
Right.
Capitalizing off some of the momentum that your offense just gave you. So the defense back out on the field. Rockwall-Heath just barely in their own territory at the 49. Here's a give straight up the middle, and Bradford is swallowed whole. The ball comes out, and diving on it is Dudka way back at the 36-yard line. Guess who it was? Nathaniel Kirksey.
Once again, Nathaniel Kirksey is there with the tackle, which forces the fumble, and as a result, that ends the first quarter. And for the Hawks of Rockwall-Heath, they'll have second down and long.
What a play by Kirksey, and the Hawks are going to be second and a mile when we come out of the timeout. End of the first quarter here from Rose Stadium. You're watching Tyler Legacy Football presented by Wagner Cadillac. You ready?
Yep.
We're back here live from Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, as we can see all over here at Earl Campbell Field. Jumbotron not working tonight. It's dark out without that Jumbotron. Tyler Legacy in the black jerseys gives you kind of an early Halloween spooky feel. So we start the second quarter here. Landon Dudko will hand up the middle to Ashton Bradford, who is eaten up again. Luke Allen that time. the defensive end makes the play. He's one of those rotation guys, and Herman, this looks like a completely different run defense.
Absolutely. Has really changed the course of the season for the Red Raiders. Allen with that outstanding tackle, arm tackle, wraps him up at the 36-yard line.
We do have an injured Red Raider down on the field. And with that, we are going to, well, back on his, at least sitting now, that is Jacob Harris, injured on the play as he is being talked to by the trainers and his coaches. We'll step aside. We've got 11:42 to play here in the first quarter, or second quarter, 3rd and 23 for Rockwall-Heath out of the break. Actually, we'll keep it right here. Okay. Jacob Harris, good to see. He's walking off under his own power as he jogs over to the sideline. He's been a guy who stepped up huge for Tyler Legacy. As I mentioned a couple of drives ago, he didn't start the year as a starter, but now you look at the numbers. Jacob Harris, 4th on the team in tackles with 29. He's played a big role.
Harris is a hard worker. He plugs the gaps, and also due to his hard work and persistence, it's paid off. He's able to see ample playing time as we enter into district play.
3rd and 23 here. Rockwall-Heath needs the Tyler Legacy 41, and they're just going to run it. And Bradford stood up again, and rallying to the football is the Red Raider defense. First in there that time for Tyler Legacy. Well, it looked like Ramon Gabriel was around the ball there. A couple of others in there to make the stop. And it is 4th and way long.
Great job by the Red Raiders on defense as they force that 3 and out. One out of 5 for Rockwall-Heath on 3rd down conversions in the game, Reese.
Punt here. Bronson Mueller gets it away, a low liner, and it rolls inside the 30. Another favorable bounce on a punt, which has been the norm for both sides here tonight as it dies at the 22, and a late flag, quite literally at the last second, got thrown right next to the ball by the head line official. And we'll see who this is against.
Well, Reese, let's quickly talk about the Red Raiders on offense with that outstanding drive resulted in a touchdown. Tied at 7 early in the second quarter. This is another great opportunity for the Red Raiders to have a long, methodical drive. Once again, try to take time off the clock.
Have yet to see a signal for the flag on the field.
I didn't see anything yet on the near side.
I mean, it was thrown basically right next to the ball when it died. And
right.
It is against Tyler Legacy, it appears. Or is it? Still no ruling. We haven't really seen any rulings on penalties tonight. But it is against Tyler Legacy, and it's of the 5-yard variety. So 1st and 10, Red Raiders at their own 17-yard line. A lot of penalties here tonight.
Yes, yes. Not really, even though quite a bit of penalties, Reese, it's not really a sloppy game per se as comparison to the first week, but it's been a sound defensive struggle, but not really a sloppy game.
Davis in the shotgun, looking right, throwing right into tight coverage. Caromed and intercepted. It is picked off by Rockwall-Heath. That is Jalen Rochelle off the tip. He was looking for Caden Brown, and I think Zach Davis tried to throw where it wasn't available.
Yes, the pass by Zach Davis was a little bit too high with the tip, and Rochelle's there to make the easy interception. So that's a huge, huge blow for the Red Raiders on the first play. They had it inside their own 20-yard line, but they flip it on the other side for Rockwall-Heath. They have outstanding field position inside the 25-yard line in the tied game. What a bad throw there by Zach Davis for the Red Raiders.
Well, it had decent placement. The problem was it just really wasn't open.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for Rockwall-Heath. They're set up here at the Tyler Legacy 22. Motion man across the way. They gave us to Bradford right up the middle, and Bradford is stood up again. A whole host of Red Raiders in there for that stop. Simeon Garner came on late. Austin Humber, Luke Allen.
Call that a team tackle there, Reese. So everybody was there on the stop for the Red Raiders. Fine pursuit.
Well, Jacob Harris still out of the game after that injury, and taking his spot in the lineup is Alex Gilmore, the senior, who has 7 tackles and a pass breakup on the year. related to former John Tyler great Tyus Bowser. As another give up the middle, and just like it's been all night long so far, nothing doing for the Rockwall-Heath run game.
That's been the key in this first half, the run defense by the Red Raiders. Well, for Rockwall-Heath, they'll probably have to mix it up. They scored on that long pass across the middle. For them, they probably have to do something like that, try to throw a deep pass over the middle with their star receiver, Gary, or go to the sidelines.
9:45 and counting here in the second quarter. It is Prosper Neal, the sophomore, back into the game at quarterback. They continue to alternate drives, Dudka and Neal. Rockwall-Heath needs the 14. Rolling right, looking right. He's got nothing there. Allen in pursuit. Neal's going to take off, and he won't get it. Dropped by Kirksey and company inside the 20-yard line, and it's going to bring up a decision now on 4th. And we'll call it about 2, maybe 3, and the field goal team is coming on for Rockwall-Heath.
What a play by Nathaniel Kirksey. Once again, lifts them up and throws them down to the far side. Aggressive defense there by Nathaniel Kirksey, the X factor for the Red Raiders defense.
This will be about a 33-yard field goal from the right hash. Snap back, hold down. Kick is on the way. It's veering, but it finds its way through the uprights. So Rockwall-Heath capitalizes off of the turnover. They get 3, but a 3 and out again for the Tyler Legacy defense. We'll step aside. We've got 8:42 to play here in the second quarter. Rockwall-Heath 10, Tyler Legacy 7. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here from Rose Stadium, second quarter, 8:42 to play. As Rockwall-Heath lining up for an onside, but no, they're going to kick it straight away. Kicked away that time by Joshua Lalsek as the ball bounces. Tyler Legacy can't find it until they do at their own 11-yard line, and dropped quickly is to Caden Brown.
Well, for Brown in that situation there, Reese, maybe it was a situation just let the ball. Well, you had to pick it up, but maybe just down it right there instead of trying to run backwards, which he did. And he lost several yards in the process.
Mentioned earlier, Rockwall-Heath does a lot of things on special teams, and right there they do one of them.
Yeah.
Kind of a deke onside, getting Tyler Legacy on their toes, and they just plant it deep and plant it in a spot that's hard to get to. So Jace Love out on the field for this drive. We haven't seen him very much today. Corey Ransom has really gotten the bulk of the carries.
Let's see how Zach Davis will respond after throwing that interception, which led to the field goal.
1st and 10 here from the 10. Davis, play action, throwing quickly. Zayhood across the 15, 20, 25, and finally ushered out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So a big completion to the senior for 17, and that's a nice way to kickstart the drive.
Great way to rebuild your confidence here after that interception. A quick out to your star receiver, Zayhood, for the first down.
Davis, hands up the middle, and ridden down quickly is Jace Love. He lost a couple.
Well, Reese, we like to see Jace Love get involved into this offense. This has been held in check so far. He's good, a good running back in between the tackles. So we'll see if Jace Love is able to get on pace tonight. He has 4 touchdowns on the season's averaged over 5 yards per carry.
Micah Gaya is now working out of the slot. Bryson Sanders, the outside receiver. Looking left, throwing left, and some miscommunication there from Davis and Hood. Davis saying, I'm running a slant. Or rather, Hood saying, I'm running a slant. Davis thought he was going to run the hitch.
You nailed it that time there, Reese. Miscommunication between the quarterback and the receivers. So we'll see if they're able to get back on sync. It's a 3rd down and long situation for the Red Raiders, and this has been a potent dynamite combination this season with Zach Davis and Zay Hood.
So 3rd, and we'll call it 12. Need the 42. Davis, 5-step drop, running out of time, having to run away. Fires back across his body and incomplete. Davis got drilled at the end of that play, but no flag, and Tyler Legacy will have to punt.
Well, for the Red Raiders, they have struggled on 3rd down conversions tonight. 1 out of 6 so far in this first half, and that's a good example there for Zach Davis. He couldn't find time. He rolled out to the nearest side, and he took a heavy hit, had to quickly throw it away.
So 4th down from the 25. Carson Spillman on for the 4th time. He's done a good job tonight. Back deep. Interestingly enough here, Jalen Simpson, he's only at the 50-yard line. Kick is away. It's high into the air, not the line drive, and it's going to actually bounce off a Tyler Legacy player and back towards the Red Raiders side of the field. Oh, man, they just lost some big-time field position.
And that was
unless it's blown dead, but it might be blown dead at the 38. One of the officials is still standing at the 38-yard line. There is a flag on the play, as there really has been all night.
And when you think about it, Reese, that was a weird bounce as well. Went all the way from the Rockwall-Heath territory back into the Tyler Legacy area. So
I think it may have caught Paul I'm not even sure who that caught on the punt, but actually it's going to be blown dead at the 38.
Yeah.
So break for Tyler Legacy, saying they downed it right there. Or will it be? Actually, no. It appears that Rockwall-Heath is going to get the ball off the carom on the Tyler Legacy side of the field.
Oh, man, that's a break. Huge break there for Rockwall-Heath. They'll have the football in the plus territory, up by 3.
So Tyler Legacy on defense, having to defend their own side of the field lately. That's really all they've been able to do. Everyone in the box here, no safety over the top. Dudkin at quarterback as he gives to Bradford up the middle, and like it's been all night, nowhere to go. Maybe a yard or two. Kirksey in there. Ramon Gabriel got him first. And Gabriel, the junior, he's been playing a lot more as of late. 13 tackles on the year. He's gotten a lot of snaps here tonight.
Gabriel's done a great job tonight with that. He plugs up the gaps, and he's been an outstanding run stopper for the Red Raiders.
Tyler Legacy looking around here before the snap, a little bit late to get to it. 2nd and 10, actually, no yards gained. Dudka 3-step drop, abandons the pocket, rolling to the right. Luke Allen falls down and trying to get something there. Rockwall-Heath asking for a flag as Dudka got popped right in front of the sideline, but none given, and it's 3rd and long.
He made the hit when Duca was actually inbounds there, Reese, at that far side. So, yes, that is a legal play.
It was very, very close. Yeah. I will say that. Right on the edge, and it is 3rd and long here for Rockwall-Heath. They really have not moved the ball today. They had the touchdown on the long pass, but that drive, which went 6 plays, was really just an 11-yard pass and then the 36-yard touchdown.
The Hawks are 1 out of 6 on 3rd down conversions so far tonight.
Tyler Legacy's got everybody in the box, everybody within 10 yards, and we're going to have a timeout taken, I believe, by the Hawks, who are going to want to talk this over before this 3rd down play. Actually, no, we got to delay a game. They did not get the timeout off. I thought Rockwall-Heath got the timeout off. Looked like there was a signal down there to get one, but evidently not. So 3rd and 15 makes it even tougher. Well, Herman, one guy I want to circle, Sean Gary, who had 12 catches last week, 23 on the year, does have the touchdown. That's his only target.
And he is the player that for the Red Raiders they have to watch out for on this 3rd down and long situation.
Tyler Legacy backing off late defensively, looking left, pocket collapsing. Dudko just going to have to take off and get what he can. A tough hit across the midfield marker, and I believe it's going to be against Tyler Legacy.
They may call that one a late hit, Reese.
Well, late hit and potentially unnecessary roughness. It was a wicked hit at the 46-yard line. As the officials talk it over right near the marker. This would be an automatic first down if it's unnecessary roughness. And one you really would hate to have right now.
It's one of those situations, Reese, in which you have to protect the quarterback when he slides down. So the hit came in late, and that will be a 15-yard penalty against the Red Raiders.
Well, the Tyler Legacy faithful isn't happy about that call, but there's nothing they can really do. So it bails them out on 3rd and long as Bo Trahan talking over with the official. So Rockwall-Heath gifted a first down on play that really didn't have to happen. And it now appears that Dukas came out of the game, and it's Prosper Neal back in the game at quarterback. So you got to wonder, maybe Dukas was banged up on that play. 1st and 10 here from the Tyler Legacy 30. Or rather, it is still Dukas. Here's a give to the left, trying to break to the outside, and a great tackle and a great rally that time by the Tyler Legacy defense. Jaden Walden might have saved a touchdown with that tackle.
He sure did. Walden with an outstanding open field tackle at the nearest side because he was running down that left side. So a big play there by the Red Raiders on defense.
It'll be 2nd and 6 here for the Hawks as we close in on 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Tyler Legacy's playing great defense, but some untimely miscues. Rockwall-Heath leading this one. Bradford with the give up the middle and a decent run here, as I believe he's got first down yardage at the 20.
Well, for the Red Raiders, Reese, they have to come up with a big play inside at the red zone mark at the 20-yard line because their run defense, as you mentioned, they have been brilliant so far tonight, but this is a critical situation in the game. Their team down by 3 at the 20-yard line. They have to make a huge play and expect probably for Sean Gary, to come up with a big play, the wide receiver. He's been quiet, even though he had the touchdown pass tonight.
Give to Bradford up the middle, and he didn't get much. About a yard that time. And it's going to be 2nd and 9. The Tyler Legacy defense coming into the night had been atrocious in the red zone. 11 drives, 10 of them scored, and all 10 were touchdowns, but they did force a field goal earlier today. Motion man Simpson. They give it to Simpson, and there's Kirksey again.
Kirksey was able to see that all the way, Reese, and he was able to make the tackle. Outstanding play on Simpson. Once again, Nathaniel Kirksey, when you need someone to come up a big play for the Red Raiders defense, it's been Nathaniel Kirksey time and time again. 3
tackles for loss tonight, and that is a big loss of 6. So 3rd and 15, you've mentioned the struggles on 3rd down for Rockwall-Heath, but the caveat to that is they've actually been okay in 3rd and very long. Their touchdown came on 3rd and long. Picked up a 3rd and 11 earlier. 3rd and 15. Here's a screen. Dumping it out. Bradford across the 20, the 15, and knocked out of bounds right near the marker. A couple of yards short, but there's a flag down, and it might be holding.
That's a good call for Rockwall-Heath with that screen pass to the near side. He had open space, but as you mentioned, Reese, there's a penalty marker down.
It's right in the direction of possible holding, and everybody's starting to walk back. And if this is a holding, this certainly puts a wrench into the plans of Rockwall-Heath in terms of kicking a field goal.
Yes, so if it's a penalty against Rockwall-Heath, that will perhaps put them out of field goal range, as you mentioned, with 4:34 to play in the first half.
And I believe it is a holding penalty.
Yep.
And this is going to set them way back.
Yep.
Ball all the way back at the 35 now. The officiating crew hasn't exactly given us a lot of signals on what's been called, but
right. Yep.
It was right in the area of holding. So 3rd and 25 for Rockwall-Heath as they empty the backfield. Dutka is just going to roll to the right looking. He's got nowhere to go. Now fires, and it's through the hands of Sean Gary. That's a big drop.
Yes, it is. That's a rare drop by Sean Gary. That crossing route across the middle, and the football just goes right through his hands at the 20-yard line. So that's a huge break for the Red Raiders defense.
Well, this is going to probably bring on a punt as well. The reason I say a big drop, you're probably in field goal range if Gary even catches it and falls down right away.
Right.
So on to punt now, Bronson Mueller. he stands at the Tyler Legacy 45. Looks to be good field position. Tyler Legacy would love a touchback. As the kick is away, angled towards the right side of the field, and it is dropped inside the 1 yard line, but rolls out to about the 7 yard line. And I believe Tyler Legacy is going to start at the 1 yard line. They're going to go off the touch here.
Yes. So for Tyler Legacy, they'll have to work the length of the field down by 3 as we enter the final moments of this first half. So, Reese, when you talk about the Red Raiders on offense, once again, I'd like to see Jace Love get more carries in this situation. He's been held in check, and they have to find a way to give the football to Jace Love.
Or rather, the ball is going to be spotted off the carom. That's what I thought. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was thinking, wow, they spotted it where he had touched it, but they won't. It's spotted at the 6, so it's still a long way to go, but it could have been a lot worse in terms of being backed up in your own end zone. They're right on the edge of it now. It's Tyler Legacy back out on the field. We haven't seen any J.P. Rayner involvement so far today. Leads the team with 15 catches coming in, but nothing to show for it yet.
To me, that's surprising that we haven't heard much from Rayner. He's been huge this season, and he has come up with big plays for the Red Raiders.
Couple of touchdowns as well. He leads the district in terms of tight ends and receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Tyler Legacy out on the field, and looks like head coach Rodney Webb for the Hawks is talking with the officials on the far side at about the 10-yard line. 4:13 to play here in the first half. Well, remember, Rockwall-Heath gets the ball out of the break, so if you're Tyler Legacy, you certainly don't want to fall behind any more than you are right now.
And especially with 4+ minutes to play in the first half, golden opportunity for the Red Raiders to take time off the clock, try to use that running game, which has been non-existent so far tonight.
Defense has been stout on both sides. Tyler Legacy had one nice long touchdown drive. Rockwall-Heath kicked a field goal off a turnover where the offense didn't go anywhere. Their touchdown came off a nice punt return, and then a 36-yard pass just plays later. Corey Ransom back in the game at running back, as Davis will hand straight ahead to Ransom, trying to get out of a couple of tackles, and he maybe got a yard out of it. Well, 252 yards on the ground last week. There has not been much room to run today.
Yes, give credit to the Rockwall-Heath Hawks, their defensive front. They've been stellar in the first half. They have done a great job, Reese, in plugging up the gaps and shutting down this offensive line, and also the running backs for the Red Raiders.
So to bring up 2nd and 9 here, Tyler Legacy backed up on the shadow of their own goalpost. Davis in the gun as he looks left, throws the hood, deflected, dangerous, and incomplete. Well, Davis has tried time and time again to get it to Hood. They've connected on a few, but a lot of times tonight you have plays like that.
That's a situation you don't want. You don't want that ball deflected in the air for a long time, because that was almost intercepted at the far side. So quickly for the Red Raiders, they face a 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 9. They are 1 out of 6 on 3rd down conversions in the first half.
Well, they would love to get this one here, because if not, Carson Spillman's booting it from his end zone. Motion man across the way. Looks like DeCarrion Holly just into the game. As Davis drops back, he's got a clean pocket. Throwing downfield for Holly along the sideline, incomplete, and no flag. Well, actually, no, we do get a flag. I didn't see it until late. Pass interference. This is definitely going to go against the Hawks. DeCarrion Holly out there to get it. My eyes deceived me there.
Yeah, absolutely, Reese. When you think about call, that's a good call there for the Red Raiders. You might as well go deep on 3rd down and long, and it worked out to their advantage if the pass interference call will stand.
Yeah, I apologize there. I probably threw the viewers off more than anything else. The flag was right there. My view was just a little bit blocked. So 1st and 10, without having to catch the ball or run with the ball, they get the pass interference. And that's big just to get out of their own goalpost. Davis fakes, throws short, low, and it is dropped. Incomplete. Was looking for Bryson Sanders at about the 25-yard line. It was a low throw, and the sophomore couldn't get down to get it.
That was throwing out around the ankles to Sanders, so.
Going quickly again, Davis play action, throwing over the middle, and he goes right back to Sanders. Well, how about that for some confidence? A drop, you go right back to him. Quick completion. Tyler Legacy going quick.
Best way to gain your confidence is a quick completion.
Davis moving him quickly as he gives to Ransom a lot of room here. Corey Ransom across the 40, the 45, and a first down out near midfield. Well, that Rockwall-Heath defense, you can tell they're a little bit on their heels right now, and that's where Bo Trahan and company want them. From the 47, Davis will hand again to Ransom right up the middle, and Ransom crosses midfield. He's got about 4. Now under 3 minutes to play, and Herman, you see the tempo. For Tyler Legacy, do you keep this going? You try to slow it down?
Absolutely. You have to maintain this pace. This is really the first time, Reese, we have seen this up-tempo pace in the game.
Going quick again, Davis, play action throwing. Sanders again at the 40-yard line. Bryson Sanders, 1st and 10.
Sanders has come up huge in this current drive for the Red Raiders. Well done.
Rockwall-Heath is going slow. Looked like there might be some movement before the snap. I don't think Tyler Legacy was set.
Yeah.
I think they're going too fast for their own good that time.
Especially the receivers on this near side. Yep.
We do see the false start penalty. That'll set him back a little bit, but good to see Bryson Sanders, who had 2 catches coming in, started the year on the junior varsity. He's now up on the varsity, and just a sophomore. He's making an impact. There's a lot of sophomores in that receiver room, including him, Takarian Holly, who's also out there right now, and to Caden Brown. Trips to the left here for the black jerseys. Davis gives straight up the middle to Ransom, and Ransom thrown forward right back near the original line of scrimmage. Be about 2nd and 11. 2:15 and ticking here in the first half. Tyler Legacy would love points any way they can get them, but I bet Zach Davis has his eyes on 6.
Maybe a good time to go deep here.
Throwing Sanders again, right near the 35. He ekes out of a tackle up to the 32-yard line. It's 3rd and short. And Rockwall-Heath, they've got some guys on the field right now yelling at the sideline to get in and get out.
Quick tempo offense.
Trying to sub quick,
Yep.
and they're going to have to take a timeout. And Zach Davis clapping at the end of that as we see it appears Devon Turner is down on the field and now up for Rockwall-Heath. You got to love this tempo, Herman.
Yes, I think it's about time for Tyler Legacy to change the tempo of their offense and also their offensive style and philosophy. And throughout the game, we've mostly seen the run game up the middle, which has not worked. Went to Zay Hood on the passes, and he's been heavily defended. But for the first time in the game with this drive, it has really worked. It's really confused the Rockwall-Heath defense, and they have to call that timeout, and we have to break in this current situation. Give credit, you talked about Sanders earlier there, Reese. Sanders, he's a tall, lanky, wide receiver out there on that flat, and also I think that does well for Tyler Legacy because what that will do is take the pressure off of Zay Hood.
Yep. 3 catches on this drive for Bryson Sanders. Once again, we do not have the game clock on your screen. We apologize for that. We'll try to keep you updated, but there's 1:48 to play here in the first half. So while they need to go somewhat quick, they still have 2 timeouts and plenty of time here.
Right.
Trips to the right. Tyler Legacy has loved that trip spot this drive. Davis gives straight up the middle. Jace Love into the game. He crosses the 30, and he's got a first down at the 26-yard line. You wanted to get him involved, and you get him right there.
Quick hitter up the middle for the first down, and for Tyler Legacy, that's their third down conversion. So they are 3 out of 7 in the game in the first half. Well done.
We'll see what Tyler Legacy opts to do here. Can still run the ball if they want. We're under 1:30 to play here in the first half. Off to the left here, Love. Davis drops, pressure on him. Davis is swallowed by the rush. And there's a late hit, and this is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Rockwall-Heath. Oh, man.
And that was a good play. I'm about to give credit to their defense with that blitz against Zach Davis, and with that flag and the late hit, my oh my. You have to play smart, sound, fundamental football, and for Rockwall-Heath, we did not see that at the end of the play there,
You
Reese.
see the replay on your screen right there, just diving on top of the pile seemingly for no reason. I did not get a jersey number on who that was, but if you're Rodney Webb and company, you've got to be infuriated because you did not have to do that.
Absolutely. Once again, smart, fundamental defense wins games for you all the time, and we did not see that.
It was Davon Turner, actually. Thank you to Brandon Ogden to my left pointing that out. But Davon Turner just dove on top of the pile, and that's one where you got to think, what are you doing? So a 1st and 10 for Tyler Legacy. It would have been 2nd and about 17.
Right.
1st and 10 at the 20 instead, right on the edge of the red zone. 1 for 1 so far down there with the score. Davis looking, throwing, corner of the end zone, and just a bit too much on it for Takaden Brown.
Too much mustard on that pass to Brown. He was open there, Reese. He had his man beat by a step and a half in the right corner of the end zone, but it's still a great opportunity for the Red Raiders. Plenty of time, 58 seconds to play in the first half.
Lane Yudzinski in coverage that time. Brown just ran out of room. Here's a give to Love straight up the middle, trying to eke his way. Patience, Chase Love, and he is in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. How about that patience for the junior?
Absolutely. That is what the Red Raiders needed. Love, he was held in check, as we said, in the first half, but on this drive, they were to give him the rock. Results in a 20-yard touchdown run. Takes the football, cuts to the left to the far side, and uses his great speed for the touchdown run. That's his 5th of the year.
That is the first Tyler Legacy lead tonight. Jace Love, what patience. And a guy who didn't really have a ton of snaps through the first quarter and a half. He gets some on this drive, and he takes advantage. Great run. On for the extra point, August Williford. Reminder, Tyler Legacy has not beaten Rockwall-Heath since 2019, so this score right now is going to raise a little bit of eyebrows around the district as the extra point is true. August Williford, 2 for 2, and the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders have the momentum. 14-10 here, 49 seconds to play in the first half. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here inside Rose Stadium. This is Tyler Legacy football presented by Wagner Cadillac as August Williford and Carson Spillman both out on the field, thinking maybe they might onside it. They don't. Spillman's the one who actually kicks it here, is weaving across the 25, the 30. There's a flag, a couple of flags down on the field as the returner finally sacked at about the 34-yard line. That was Christian Contreras on the return. And all kinds of laundry on the field, and I would think that this one's coming back.
And also, Reese, when you talk about the penalties, we have seen quite a bit of the flags on the field in this first half. Even though it's been a well-played game, penalties also has been a story as well.
Yeah, penalties have been everywhere. I'm very interested to see the numbers at halftime. It is quite the discrepancy, to say the least.
For Rockwall-Heath back on offense, we'll see if Sean Gary will play a factor on this current drive. You mentioned earlier he had a 36-yard touchdown reception across the middle over the top in that first quarter. 5'11", 165-pound junior.
Well, you've got 40 seconds to play with and one timeout as well, so you've got to kind of play with what you're given here. You can't overstretch your cards too much. 14-10 here. Late in the first half as they're just going to give it straight up the middle here, and Ashton Bradford is swallowed up. There has been nowhere to run, and the black jerseys of Tyler Legacy, they might be good mojo.
Yes. I tell you what, Reese, within tonight's game and last week's game, this defense has really made a 360 in comparison to earlier in the season.
18 seconds and ticking here in the first half, and I think Rockwall-Heath is content to just let this one run out as we're now down to 10 seconds. And how about this? Tyler Legacy, for the first time this season, is going to go into halftime with a lead. How about that?
Yes.
Great effort.
especially with that defense up front and also that last drive with the change of pace offense has made the difference. And for Tyler Legacy, you mentioned Reese, up by 4 at the break.
Well, it was an eventful first half. We're going to step aside for about 20 or so minutes. We'll play our halftime show here tonight by the Tyler Legacy Red Raider Band. Stick with us. You're watching Tyler Legacy football. It's 14-10 at the half in favor of the Red Raiders. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. 2. Welcome back as we get ready for the third quarter here from Rose Stadium in Tyler, Texas. 14-10, the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders have their first halftime lead of the season. Reese Lane and Herman Howard to my right. Herman, the first half, Tyler Legacy outgained Rockwall-Heath in about every stat imaginable, but it took them till late to pull away late. The defense, though, playing really well. They have allowed less than 60 yards of total offense so far.
That has been the key of that entire first half, Reese, was the Tyler Legacy defense, especially their front. They really put a lot of pressure on Rockwall-Heath. And also, when you think about for Rockwall-Heath, they only played that 36-yard touchdown pass that occurred in the first quarter to Sean Gary, right over the middle, over the top. But other than that, Reese, total domination by the Red Raiders on both sides of the ball. And also give credit to Ray how the Red Raiders able to respond, especially late in the first half with that quick tempo, no huddle offense. And it was punched in by Jace Love with that 20-yard touchdown run.
Well, Tyler Legacy will kick it away here as we start the third quarter at Earl Campbell Field, Rose Stadium. As Williford, a high pooch kick into the air and a fair catch at the 33-yard line. Tyler Legacy has not kicked off deep very many times today. And the fair catch that time by Sean Gary at the 33-yard line. That is where the Rockwall-Heath Hawks will set up offensively. Tripping over my own words there.
Well, for Rockwall-Heath as well, Reese, when you talk about their offense, they really struggled in that first half. They have to find a way to try to get this running game going, or they have to go deep with, once again, Sean Gary. He has been the bright spot for the Hawks in the game tonight.
Well, here we go as we start the third quarter. Heath trailing. They had an opportunity to move the ball right before halftime, but they did not take that opportunity. Heath lines up. 4 receivers, motion out of the backfield, stepping up in the pocket, Landon Dudka, he'll run it himself, and he takes a hard hit at the 39-yard line. Austin Humber and Cash Davis, a pickup of about 5.
Nice stop there by Cash Davis as he comes from the left side, makes the tackle on the quarterback Dudka. So that was a good play there by the Red Raiders to begin things in this second half.
You want to talk about something crazy? The first half, 29 rushes for Rockwall-Heath. They had 9 total yards. Ashton Bradford, the starting running back, 14 carries. He has -4 yards right now. 2nd and 5, as Bradford will get it up the middle, and he's got a little bit more than he's got today, and he's up near a first down. We'll see if they give him it. And right at the marker, no spot needed. They're going to give him the first down.
Yep. That's a first down, and also for the Hawks, you have to give them credit. Even though their ground game the running attack has struggled so far tonight, they have continued to pound the rock. Give credit to Rodney Hood, the head coach for Rockwall-Heath.
Some changes along the offensive line. We'll talk about it in a second. As Dudka takes a snap. High snap, almost intercepted by Ethan Brown. Oh, my goodness, he got his left arm up there and nearly made the one-handed stab.
Ethan Brown also second on the team on tackles. He made a great play, but was unable to cradle in that pigskin off to the far side.
So the changes on the offensive line, remember the right tackle, Cooper Shepard, went down on play number 1 from scrimmage. So the new right tackle, who's still out there, Travion Johnson. The right guard, Tyler Marsh. The center, Marcus Savadria. Now at left guard is Colden Wade, and the left tackle, Logan Muck. Motion out of the backfield here, getting it to Bradford out in space. Ethan Brown right there. Oh, that's physical as he kicks the door down, and it is 3rd and long.
That is the way you play defense. Ethan Brown with that open field tackle, one-on-one, wraps him up and drives him down to the ground. Outstanding play by Ethan Brown.
And Zion Alexander's hurt. He's holding his arm right near the sideline, trying to get the official to call a timeout. Bo Trahan trying to get the official to call a timeout. And it looks like Alexander's going to stand. He is definitely hurt, at least on the left hand. Trips to the left. Empty backfield. Fakes the bubble screen. Here's a middle screen. Caught and nowhere to go. It's snuffed out by the Red Raiders. Tried to get it that time. Interestingly enough, they tried to get it to Logan Hughes, who's a defensive lineman there, playing an up back. The H-back is the tight end, and he couldn't get anything.
And that was a good play by Gardner. Makes that tackle right up the middle. Really no gain, and that sets up 4th down. Outstanding defensive series for the Red Raiders.
Well, it's been status quo, and they really come out on fire. They give up the 1 first down, but nothing after that. Rockwall-Heath has been stymied. Back to punt here, Prosper Neal, the quarterback who split time today, and there's a wobbler off the side of the foot, and that ball almost chases Jaden Walden out of bounds right near the 35-yard line. It might have been partially blocked. I saw a Tyler Legacy coach go down there and high five. Wow, that must have been partially blocked.
Right, it was. Yep. Off to that right side.
I think the high five went to James Fisher. So James Fisher, the special teams man out there, he might have gotten the partial block. So pretty good field position here for Tyler Legacy at their own 35. We see Jace Love, who had the touchdown the first half. He's right out there on the field. 3 receivers for Davis. In motion to Carey and Holly. It's a flip to Holly around the right side. Holly, 40, 45. He's got a first down out to the 47-yard line. That's exactly how they want to use him. Motion, quick throws. He's got a lot of speed, and the sophomore has a first down.
And the key thing about that as well, Reese, you want to put Holly in open space, and he is so dangerous when he has some room to run, and he's able to show that there for the Red Raiders.
And actually, it looks like we're going to get a penalty on Tyler Legacy. And it's going to be for a chop block. So the run is erased on the chop block.
That negates also a good run and also a good call by the Red Raiders on their opening play of the second half. So that moves it back to the 25-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 20 here. Didn't catch the number who it was on, but can tell you it was a chop block. Holly stays out on the field in the slot. Tyler Legacy's used a variety of receivers tonight, but the only ones with catches are Zay Hood and Bryson Sanders. And now make it 3 to Carey and Holly right on cue. The good old announcer's jinx. It's a gain of about 4. So 2nd and about 16. You see Zach Davis's stats on your screen the first half. 7 of 19, 106 yards and an interception. Zay Hood, his favorite target. He did throw the interception, but the Tyler Legacy defense stood their ground deep in their own territory. Were able to force field goal.
And that perhaps is one of the key plays of the game so far, Reese.
Davis fakes here to Love. Straight drop. He's throwing deep down the left sideline to Caden Brown, and there's a flag down. That's definitely at least going to be holding and maybe even pass interference. The sideline referee tossed that as Brown was en route for the football, and either way, I think Tyler Legacy is going to get a first down here, but the flag is now picked up.
Yes, it was picked up on that one, Reese.
Oh, nope. Yeah. We are going to get a sideline warning.
Side, yeah.
Sideline warning, it appears.
Yeah.
So no flag. I thought it was pass interference or maybe even holding, but evidently there was nothing there. So 3rd and 15, they need the 45. Davis, quick throw here to Hood, and it's knocked down. Nice job that time getting home. That's Landon Foster with the deflection, and it is 3 and out for the Red Raiders.
And for Tyler Legacy, 3 out of 8, Reese, on 3rd down conversions with that batted down pass on 3rd and long.
So on to punt Carson Spillman, who's done a really good job tonight. Punt number 5, Nathaniel Kirksey. You see him out there on the punt team. He does it all. Clean punt from Spillman, and this is a bomb way back near the 30. It's dropped, but then immediately fallen on by Jalen Simpson, who twisted down to the turf. A really good punt that time from the Red Raider punter. That's about 48 yards on the fly.
That's a good kick, but also Simpson, give him credit. He was able to maintain his concentration. That would have been a moment of danger for the Hawks on their offense, but Simpson was able to make that catch and keep possession in his team's favor for the Hawks, who trail 14-10.
Well, Spillman is a key member of the Tyler Legacy soccer team, as you can see there with the nice boot. Team that made it into the regional round of the playoffs this past spring. Wants to go into real estate, so he's got his career picked out after high school football, it appears. Motion man Sean Gary, just 1 target so far. It was a touchdown. Here's a fake. Back into the game. Prosper Neal throwing over the middle. Twist and catch and a huge hit, but it is held onto by Jackson Tra.
Great concentration by Jackson Traub. You notice there, Reese, he was able to make the catch behind him. He had to reach from his right to his left to make that two-handed catch. Outstanding concentration and a two-handed grab by Jackson Traub for the first down.
Well, Neal probably owes Jackson Traub lunch now because he got lit up by Christian Jones having to go back to that one. A run up the middle, nothing doing. This Rockwall-Heath offensive line has not been able to push back Tyler Legacy a lick.
And that's going to determine if Rockwall-Heath are able to come back and win this game. The key matchups will be their offensive line against the Red Raiders defensive line. And it has gone all well for the Red Raiders on that defensive front. They have really determined this game so far.
Yeah, you saw the replay right there on your screen. That was pretty evident. So 2nd and 10. Neal, the sophomore, back in the gun, splitting time this year as he rolls quickly to the right, pressured a bit, throws, and wide of his intended receiver. Trying to get it to Gary that time, and what about a first down, but he missed him.
Prosper Neal was under heavy pressure, had to roll up to the near side there, Reese, and had to throw off his back foot. So he did not really have the proper mechanics on that throw, and that quickly forces a 3rd down and long. And for Rockwall-Heath, they've struggled on 3rd down conversions tonight, only 2 out of 8.
Other scores from around the district, 40-17, North 40-14. That's at halftime. Rockwall dominating Royce City 55-13 at halftime, and Rockwall has their backup quarterback in with Landon Locke, the normal signal caller, Wisconsin-bound QB. He is injured. Here's pressure, and down goes Neal. Cash Davis, the first to meet him, Simeon Garner and company all in the backfield. It's 4th and long.
Well, for the Red Raiders, a situation that's let's meet the quarterback at the same time, and he certainly did that. Able to converge to collaborate on that sack on 3rd down and long. Outstanding defense by the Red Raiders once again.
Party in the backfield that time for sure. Back to punt here is Neal, who also plays quarterback. No reason given, but Bronson Mueller, the normal kicker and punter, he's not out there tonight. There's a low line drive. That's Neal's specialty. Bouncing into the hands of Hood across the 25, and he's dropped before he gets to the 30-yard line. So a ton of punts in this game, Herman. It feels like a battle of attrition, but a score by Tyler Legacy could really feel like it is almost in the bag.
Absolutely, especially because of the way that the Red Raiders have played on defense tonight for Tyler Legacy. Outstanding. Give credit to the entire team, the coaching staff, and their preparation all this week as they go up against this Rockwall-Heath offense. And keep in mind, for Rockwall-Heath, that they scored 43 points in their big win last week against Mansfield Legacy.
So 6:26 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Davis fakes, fires low, Bryson Sanders, and that ball hit the turf. Pass is incomplete. Sanders 3 catches in the first half.
It's good to see Sanders involved more in the action in tonight's game because once again, that will take the pressure off Zay Hood, and that's been the situation tonight. So kudos to the coaching staff of the Red Raiders and try to give the ball to Sanders a little bit more often tonight.
Corey Ransom, 10 carries in the first half. He's to the right of Davis. The give is to Ransom. Ransom trying to work his way across the 30. He does, and then splurges his way head first to about the 32-yard line. Pick of about 3, and it's going to set up 3rd and deep medium here at 3rd and 7.
That's a hard run there by Ransom. He picks his way, fights for a couple of yards, and that's what you want to do for a running back. Try to get some yards and try to get your team in a better position in 3rd down.
Davis, he's got Ransom to his right. Motion man Micah Agaya across the way. J.P. Rayner in the slot bottom of your screen. Davis looking, Davis throwing deep down the sideline and just missed Micah Agaya. Agaya had a step, but just a bit too much air on that football 4th down.
Agaya had his man beat, racing down the near sideline on the go route, but the pass by Zach Davis, as you mentioned, Reese, was thrown just a little bit too far. A little bit of miscommunication right there. If that pass was on Agaya, he would have been down the near sideline for a score.
One you'd love to have back for sure. So Tyler Legacy will punt again, and you feel pretty safe snapping it back to Carson Spillman, who has flipped the field repeatedly here tonight. Rockwall-Heath looks like they're bringing it, and they are. Straight up the middle, but Punt is away. This one is fairly short. It's going to bounce around the 43-yard line. Takes a Tyler Legacy roll, and boy, does it. A friendly roll that time. Off the foot of one Carson Spillman. It dies at about the 32-yard line. So a 39-yard punt, but no return. A net of 39. Pretty good punt, all things considered.
Well, Reese, this has been a football game in this third quarter. Defense has been the story, and also special teams. So as we move into the latter part of this third quarter, one of the key questions remain is that who will make the big mistake and that the other team will capitalize? Perhaps that'll be the difference as we move into the latter stages of this game.
So back in the gun here is Landon Dudka as Rockwall-Heath continues to shuffle quarterbacks. Here's a quick screen out to the right. It's caught Jackson Tron. He's got barely anywhere to go. Well, I will say one thing. It doesn't even seem like Rockwall-Heath is trying to establish a downfield passing game. It feels like it's just screens, hitches, and runs right up the middle.
Yeah, absolutely, because for Rockwall-Heath, they've had difficulty against the front for Tyler Legacy, and they're trying to find a way to try to get past within the last 5 yards. They can't get beyond 5 yards against this Red Raiders team.
Tyler Legacy continues to creep up. They are not really playing a deep safety at all. Here's a give up the middle to Bradford, who plows his way forward for a couple of yards, and this is going to set up 3rd and about 4 here for Rockwall-Heath at their own 38-yard line.
And for the Hawks, 2 out of 9, Reese, on third down conversions. So both teams have struggled on third downs tonight. Well, one of these teams, they have to make a play in this second half to prove to be the difference.
3rd and 4. Rockwall-Heath trying to pick it up. They empty the backfield. 4 receivers and a tight end. Straight drop Dudka. He's pressured. He throws underneath. It's caught by Chris Contreras, who's got a first down and more all the way across midfield to the Tyler Legacy 48. Rather, the 49. That's where Jay-Sean Lee ushers him out of bounds.
That's one of their bigger plays they've had in this game besides that 36-yard touchdown pass to Gary back in the first quarter. So for the Hawks of Rockwall-Heath, they needed that play on that third down conversion, able to make it, and now they have it at the 49-yard line of the Red Raiders.
Motion man Sean Gary across the way, the junior. Gave us to Bradford up the middle. It's blown up right away. That play never had a chance. Luke Allen has played some extended snaps today, and he may, or rather, that's not Luke Allen. That's Cajun Dixon, I believe.
Well, Cajun Dixon was Johnny on the spot right there, plugs up the gap and wraps him up for a loss of 1 yard. And this defensive line, Reese, they've just been outstanding in tonight. Have to give them 2 thumbs up in this contest.
2nd and 11 here. Rockwall-Heath has just been unable to run the football. I mean, it's press coverage everywhere. Tyler Legacy is daring him to throw it deep, and they just haven't much. Another give up the middle. This time some room for Bradford across the 40, 30, and dragged down at the 28-yard line by Cabraylon Jackson. By far the most successful run of the night for Rockwall-Heath.
With that draw play up the middle to Bradford, he had open room, and he scampers all the way inside the 30-yard line for the big first down.
Some tempo for the Hawks. Dudka hands to Bradford straight up the middle. Bradford out of a couple of tacklers, and he's got about 6. So Rockwall-Heath starting to move the ball on the ground, interestingly enough, as Tyler Legacy trying to get some subs off the field. They're not gonna. And will Tyler Legacy get a timeout? I think that they did. Yes, they did. Bo Trahan having to take a timeout, and Tyler Legacy will regroup. Rockwall-Heath putting together a good drive. We'll keep you here during the timeout. Herman, you see the run game start to work. What's clicking over the past couple of plays?
Well, what they have done, Reese, in regards to Rockwall-Heath, that they decided to go with the quick, up-tempo, no-huddle offense to confuse Tyler Legacy, and because of that, Bradford is able to get ample yardage up the middle with the draw play. So it has to be a situation for Tyler Legacy. We'll have to just regroup on defense and perhaps provide more pressure up the middle to counter those draw plays.
So Tyler Legacy taking the timeout, and you have the feeling that this is a massive drive for Rockwall-Heath because they haven't been able to move the ball all night. and they finally got something going here. They really need to cap this off with a touchdown. If you're Tyler Legacy, you got to find a way to hold them to 3 at the worst.
Absolutely, or try to force a turnover. That's one thing, is that for the Red Raiders defense, is that they have not forced a turnover against Rockwall-Heath. Give them credit for the Hawks. They were able to hold on to the football in tonight's game.
Well, they had a near turnover earlier this quarter. 3:06 to play here, third quarter. Ethan Brown nearly intercepted a pass. Dudka handing here, sweeping it to reverse. Sean Gary's got it. A great block to seal it on the outside. Can Gary get the corner? No, he can't. Great job by Tyler Legacy's defense to rally to it. It's Christian Jones amongst others. And after Gary got that block around the corner, I thought he might have some space to spring it, but Tyler Legacy strings it out.
Alert defense by Tyler Legacy. They're able to stay in their lanes, and Jones was able to make that tackle over there on the far side. Outstanding play.
3rd and 5. This might be 4-down territory for the Hawks. They don't have their normal kicker tonight. At least we believe in Bronson Mueller. 3rd and 5. It's going to be a handoff here. Sweeping for a first down and more inside the 10-yard line, and it's 1st and goal Hawks. Ashton Bradford has come alive this drive.
Bradford has been huge on this current offensive series for Rockwell with that draw play up the middle. That's where he's most dangerous with the draw plays.
And with that, we have a timeout on the field, and didn't at least see initially what had happened.
But Reese, this is a crunch situation for the Red Raiders defense. First down, they have it inside the 10-yard line at the 8. So golden opportunity for Rockwall-Heath to try to put some points on the board in the latter stages of the third quarter.
The speedy Christian Contreras into the game out wide. A give up the middle to Bradford, and he gets nothing. Well, that's more like it. Good penetration that time. Austin Humber collapsing down to make the step for no gain. He's played well tonight. And 2nd and goal from the 9. And Herman, I think if you're Rockwall-Heath and you get the ball to even the 6 and it's 4th down, I think you go for it.
Yeah, they do. They have to go for it. Once again, district game. Everything is on the line. Every play matters for both of these programs. And for Rockwall-Heath, they are an excellent opportunity at the 8-yard line.
Bradford the back once again. It's a fake on the jet sweep, keeping all the way. Dudka inside the 5. Landon Dudka, he scores. Touchdown, Rockwall-Heath. So they go to something we haven't seen much today, and that is the designed quarterback run, or maybe just an option in keeping, but either way, Landon Dudka has given the Hawks the lead.
That was a big-time drive for the Hawks there, Reese, able to slice their way down the field with the draw plays to offset the Red Raiders on defense, capped off by that 8-yard touchdown run by Duca up the middle.
Braden Winters on for the extra point. Converted both today as well as a field goal. Or rather, now converted both today as that kick is good. And Rockwall-Heath with a huge drive. They go right down the field and snatch the lead back. 1:27 to play here, third quarter. Rockwall-Heath leading by 3. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here from Rose Stadium, 17-14, Rockwall-Heath leading this one over Tyler Legacy, Breesland, and Herman Howard to my right. What a game we've had on the defensive side of the ball, but Rockwall-Heath has taken the lead back after no scoring in a very quick third quarter, 1:27 to play. Rockwall-Heath with the weird kickoff style, as here's a pooch kick. JP Rayner backpedaling to get it, makes the catch at the 27 and goes absolutely nowhere as he's pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. That's where Tyler Legacy will set up shop.
Well, we said in the break, Reese, about the great job by Rockwall-Heath on that last offensive series. So the key question now is that how will the Red Raiders respond once again? Late in the third quarter, they went with Jace Love in this third frame, so we'll see if they'll do that again. And that has worked well for the Red Raiders on offense to give it to your lead setback. He has 5 touchdowns on the year.
17-14, big drive for Tyler Legacy as Jace Love gets the first crack at it, and he lost a yard. Nowhere to go that time. Rockwall-Heath's front 7 continuing to push them to the forefront, and it's 2nd and long.
Zeke Cannon there. He snuffed out that run by Jace Love for no gain. Good play.
2nd and 10. Davis, he hands to Ransom, and Corey Ransom goes nowhere. Maybe a yard. Just like that, it's 3rd and long.
2 quick plays, no yards gained for the Red Raiders. 3rd down and long, as you mentioned there, Reese. Maybe this is an opportunity to get Zay Hood back into the game.
Zay Hood does not have a catch in this quarter. JP Rayner doesn't have a catch all day.
That's surprising to me. Your tight end who has played huge in this early part of the season, and he's been shut out.
Well, he's in the slot, top of your screen here against the outside linebacker in Layden Yudzinski. Big play, 3rd and 9. Davis, here comes pressure from the Hawks. Davis gets it away down the middle, and he missed his man. Was looking for DeCarrion Holly, put too much under it with the pressure right in his face, and it's 4th down.
But when you looked at it, Reese, Holly, he was open across the middle at midfield. If that ball was thrown on time to Holly, he would have had open room down that far side.
Well, certainly the pressure had something to do with it. Rockwall-Heath bringing it straight up the gap. Davis knew he had to get rid of it. Tyler Legacy will punt. 12 seconds to play here, 3rd quarter. Spillman puts it in the air. He gets it away. End over end. This is another bomb from Carson Spillman back inside the 25. And a good job by the Legacy punt team to get down there. Not a lot of room that time for Jalen Simpson. Bauer Sibley that time making the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 here from the 31 for Rockwall-Heath. And actually that expired the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Well, we're through 3, a very quick 3rd quarter, and the Rockwall-Heath Hawks lead this one 17-14. We've got 12 minutes to play. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Welcome back here. 4th quarter. Reese-Land and Herman Howard, 17-14. Hawks over Red Raiders. Motion man here to start the quarter. So it's a give straight up the middle. Bradford, nothing doing. Got about a half a yard on the play, maybe a full yard. And Tyler Legacy again, LaDavian Johnson amongst others in the middle that time, 2nd and 9.
Well, Reese, we did say at the break is that this is a critical defensive series for the Red Raiders. Down by 3, They cannot afford the opportunity for the Hawks to drive down the field early in this fourth quarter. 3 plays and out, that'll be the best medicine for the Red Raiders.
Landon Dudka back at quarterback after the touchdown drive as Bradford patiently squeezing through the middle, and he got maybe to the 35-yard line. Call it 3, and it's 3rd and 6 just like that. And this is where you got to get the defense off the field. A 3-and-out would be perfect right now for Tyler Legacy.
And for Rockwall-Heath, 4 out of 11 on third down conversions, setting up this play. This is a big play for the defense for the Red Raiders.
3rd and 6. 3 receivers for Rockwall-Heath into the game. Tight end is Hughes. Hughes slips on the backfield. It's a throw to Bradford down the backfield, and Bradford is sacked up. Braylon Jackson with the huge tackle in space.
What a great open field tackle by Jackson at that far side. Had that speedy setback, and he's able to wrap up and bring him down for that huge third down play. Outstanding defense by the Red Raiders.
That is a fantastic play by Jackson, as we mentioned. He was the only one who was going to be able to stop it, and he did. Looks like Tyler Legacy is going to bring some pressure on this punt. Snap back, and they do. Neal gets it away off the right foot and heading out of bounds. It's touched by Tyler Legacy, as it looked like Zion Alexander was maybe blocked into that punt. It hits off of his arm. It's out of bounds at the 27.
But at least the good thing on that situation is that the football went out of bounds. If it went inbounds, that probably would have been trouble for Tyler Legacy.
Well, you mentioned earlier, Tyler Legacy has not forced a turnover today, but the difference in the scoring right now is a field goal. And if you remember, that field goal came off a Tyler Legacy miscue on the interception.
That's been the big difference in this game. That interception by Zach Davis results in 3 points for Rockwall-Heath.
So 1st and 10 here from the 26-yard line. Davis motioning the man across. It's DeCarrion Holly who's got it, slipping across the 31, getting out of multiple tackles, and then finding his way for a couple of yards. 2nd and 8 here for Tyler Legacy, who's been very conservative offensively here in the second half. We'll see if they try to open it up.
Especially if they'll go back to that no-huddle offense, which worked wonders for them in the second quarter of the game.
Ransom to Davis's right. Quick flip outside. Zayhood's got it. He turns upfield. 40 and steps out of bounds short of the 45-yard line while they go to the pass. And that's Zayhood's first catch of the second half.
Zayhood, the bread and butter man for the Tyler Legacy offense. He has 3 touchdown receptions on the season. Makes that two-handed grab down the near side for the first down for Tyler Legacy.
Here's another fake. Quick throw to Hood, and Hood couldn't get out of this tackle. Quickly made that time. Looked like maybe a horse collar, and I think Hood was asking for it. But he gains about 3 on the play, so positive yardage. His 6th catch of the day.
Well, Reese has the old saying, big-time players make big-time plays, and this is a great opportunity for Zayhood in the fourth quarter.
2 deep safeties here for Rockwall-Heath as Davis steps back. He's pressured. Steps up. Zayhood wide open. 25-20, 15-10. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They left him all alone.
Well, Reese, we just said moments ago, big-time players make big-time plays. Zayhood wide open down the near side. 53 yards for the touchdown, and just like that, the Red Raiders are up by 3, and for Zayhood, that's his 4th touchdown reception of the year.
Wow. I mentioned the 2 high safeties before the play, but you couldn't have been able to tell by the outcome of the play. Hood gets beyond the defense. Slight underthrow from Davis, but he got it there. Extra point up, extra point good. Zach Davis's 9th touchdown connection on the year. 4 of them have been to Zayhood. 21-17 Tyler Legacy. 9 minutes to play fourth quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. back here from Rose Stadium. What a ball game we've got. Back and forth we go. Reesland and Dr. Herman Howard to my right. 21-17, Red Raiders leading the Rockwall-Heath Hawks here as they look for district win number 1. August Williford to kick it off. A high end-over-end kick, and looked like it was going to be trouble, but it's caught by Rockwall-Heath's Prosper Neal, the backup quarterback, out of a tackle. There's a flag thrown, and a couple of flags. Now 3 flags on the field. And Tyler Legacy signaling that it's against Rockwall-Heath.
Well, moments ago, Reese, that was a huge drive and a big-time catch by Zay Hood. Wide open, you mentioned, down the near sideline for the 53-yard touchdown reception. And for Davis, that's his 9th touchdown pass of the year for Tyler Legacy. So let's flip it to the other side. The key for the Red Raiders on defense will have to find a way to continue to put pressure on the Hawks offensive line, which they have done an outstanding job regarding the Red Raiders on defense here tonight.
It was a holding penalty that time. So 1st and 10 from the 30 here for Rockwall-Heath, and out goes Landon Dutka and back in Prosper Neal. He's punted, he's played quarterback, he's returned kicks.
All-purpose man.
Bradford motioned down the backfield, and now he's back towards the backfield as it's a fake. Neal keeping all the way. Prosper Neal up the middle, and he's got a first down across the 40 to the 42, and looks like Rockwall-Heath is going to start getting that quarterback run going.
Especially with Prosper Neal. He's 5'10", 180. You mentioned earlier in the pregame, only a sophomore, but that is where he is most dangerous, when he has the football in his hands, running out in space.
So 1st and 10 here from the 42-yard line. Neal in the offset gun with Bradford to his right. It's play action. Keeping and swallowed up is Neal as he pushes back towards the original line of scrimmage, but he didn't get there. That play was blown up. Austin Humber again. The junior linebacker has been everywhere tonight.
He was not fooled on that play there, Reese. He had that thought in his mind that Prosper Neal would run the football again, and he makes the open field tackle. Great job.
Jaden Walden and Dwayne Williams, the safety, switching sides here. Ethan Brown, the other safety. The nickel guy moves up. Play action. Neal looking long. He's throwing long against Alexander, who lost it. He had no idea where the ball was, and Christian Contreras scores. Touchdown, Rockwall-Heath. Zion Alexander, I think, did not think the ball was coming his way, and instead, it is a long touchdown pass for the Hawks.
Oh, my goodness. Down the near sideline, and just like that, Prosper Neal fires a dart down the near sideline, and all of a sudden, that for the Hawks, they have recaptured the lead. 7:47 to play in regulation, 23-21. What a backbreaker there for the Red Raiders, but still plenty of time for Tyler Legacy.
It looked like maybe that Zion Alexander just stopped running there for a second, and it cost him. So the big play receiver, Christian Contreras, his 7th catch of the year, his 2nd touchdown. We were told he was a big play guy before the game, and he makes one there. Extra point good, and Rockwall-Heath has taken the lead back, 24-21, 7:47 to play, 4th quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics, presented by Wagner Cadillac. You ready?
Oh, yes, sir.
Let's go Raiders, circulating around the Tyler Legacy home stands as Rockwall-Heath to kick off again. They've got this odd kickoff formation where two guys can kick it and another pooch kick downfield. Tyler Legacy looks to get there. It's caught and immediately swallowed up at the 28-yard line. Goes to Caden Brown.
Well, Reese, we did mention in the break, 2 touchdowns in the last 73 seconds. It's been a defensive game, but in this fourth quarter, 2 quick touchdowns. We'll see quite a bit of time remaining. 7:42 in regulation, and for Tyler Legacy, down by 3. This has to be another critical drive to try to take time off the clock against the Hawks.
Well, 2 long touchdown passes on both sides, and we're back where we started. A 3-point lead for Rockwall-Heath. Trips way out to the right far hash here. I feel like if the formation's any indication, it's a run, and it is. Straight up the middle, and Rockwall-Heath was ready for it. I don't think Corey Ransom got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, he was stacked up right up front. He didn't have a chance there, so kudos to the Hawks on defense.
7:28 to play, still plenty of time, but Tyler Legacy certainly would like to find some points in this drive. Still no catches for J.P. Rayner, who played pretty much the entire game. He's gotten a couple of looks, but nothing to speak of yet. In motion across the way to Carrion Holly. Pitch here to Holly. Moving right to left. Holly spun down hard. Looked like it might have been from the helmet, but no flag on the field. It's a gain of about 4, maybe 5, and it's 3rd and medium.
This is a big play for Tyler Legacy. 3 out of 10, Reese, on 3rd down conversions tonight against this Hawks defense. So they need another big play. You mentioned Rayner, no receptions tonight. That's perhaps the most surprising set of the game.
Well, if you're ever going to go to him, it's right here, right now. Davis takes a snap. Pocket collapses, flips it out. Corey Ransom, and that is great anticipation from Zach Davis. He recognized the pressure. Corey Davis slipping right out into the flat, and he picks up the first down.
Nice catch out there in the far side flat. Scampers ahead to the far side for the first down.
Here's the run and gun tempo. Quick throw. Zay Hood tries to spin out of a tackle, and then he is thrown down after a gain of about 5. 8th catch for Hood, by far his career high, and he's over 100 yards as well. Here comes more pressure, straight up the middle. Davis throwing long for Hood. He's got him out there. It's caught. Zay Hood, 10-5, walk-in score, touchdown, Tyler Legacy. Oh, my goodness. It's the Zay Hood game.
Unbelievable. Zay Hood, another touchdown.
Oh, but wait. There is laundry in the backfield.
Oh, boy.
And it's against the Red Raiders.
So that negates a 50.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Wow. Unbelievable turn of events. Zay Hood just head-topped the defensive back, spun off him, and ran in for a long score, but it's called back.
Once again, it goes back to the old saying, Reese, penalties and mistakes will kill you all the time in football.
Well, it certainly killed that touchdown there. 5:57 now to play here in the quarter, and it's 2nd and 15. Perhaps the most untimely penalty of the season. Red Raiders set behind the chains. Davis looking. Here's a screen caught by Rayner, and he doesn't have anywhere to run. No, he got out of it. J.P. Rayner, oh my goodness, he's right near the first down. I thought he was tackled right away.
I did this as well, Reese, but he made that catch in the far side flat. He's very hungry, and he powers his way close to the midfield stripe for the first down. What an incredible play by Rayner on his first grab of the game.
How about that for your first catch?
Yes.
I thought he was going nowhere, and it was going to be 3rd and long, and just like that, he disappeared and had a first down. 1st and 10 from the 49. Ransom the back, Ransom the give, and he has nowhere to run. Loss of about 3. Rockwall-Heath's run defense has stepped up to the challenge tonight.
They smelled that one for no gain. Outstanding defense by the Hawks. Quickly 2nd down and 12.
2nd and 12 here for Tyler Legacy. Well, the pass has been working lately, and I would go right back to that.
Indeed. I was about to say the same thing, Reese. Zay Hood.
Looking Hood's way. He's going to fire long. Zay Hood, separation, holding, and here come the flags. That's about all you can do against him. Once he gets past you might as well grab, pull him, do anything you can, and that's an easy pass interference call.
Yes, you had to do that, or he probably would have been a touchdown there on the far side. So what a play. We said they had to go big, and they did with Zay Hood on that far side.
So the flag on the play, almost certainly pass interference. Oh, if he doesn't hold him there, Zay might score.
Yes, indeed.
And that's where the high school and the college rule of only the 15-yard pass interference comes into play, because if you're a DB and that happens, you can just pull at him, you won't give up the touchdown, and it's not a spot foul.
That's right.
So the flag is indeed pass interference. First down, Tyler Legacy, 5:07 to play in this one. Zach Davis and company looking to retake the lead. Takes the snap, pressure coming. He's got to sidestep it. He fires just straight into the turf downfield, getting rid of it. Second down.
That's a smart play by Zach Davis, Reese. He was under pressure. His receivers were covered, and that's the best thing to do is just throw it away and for an incomplete pass instead of trying to force it down the sideline.
Live to play another down.
Right.
2nd and 10 here. Both teams just look tired out there right now.
Well, this has been a slugfest.
Yep.
With both teams tonight, outstanding play on the offensive and defensive lines. This has been a pretty good game.
Tyler Legacy coming out in the gun. 4 receivers. Davis facing pressure, throwing near side. He's got Takaden Brown, makes a move, and Takaden Brown a couple of yards shy of a first down.
Good pass in the flat to Brown, takes on 2 defenders. He powers his way to the 30-yard line, so that gives the Red Raiders a few more yards shy of the first down, about 2 yards to go.
3rd and 2 from the 30. Probably 4-down territory here, so you got a couple of plays to work with. Davis is going to throw again, more pressure. Throwing long, Agaya stumbles and falls down. And Tyler Legacy asking for a flag. They're not going to get it. Looked like there was some contact, and instead it's 4th and 2, 4:31 to play.
Well, Reese, that's a situation there is that the officials just wanted the players to play, and they were able to hold the flag in that situation.
Well, that would have been Agaya's first catch, and I got to say, I thought it was holding, but it was not, and Tyler Legacy is going to take their 2nd timeout of the half, so they only have 1 to play with. And with that, 4:31 to play, this is a big down. You have the option to run if you want, but they haven't ran anywhere in the second half.
Also, Jace Love, he had some good carries, but mostly, you're right, Reese, he's been held in check. Maybe it's a situation, maybe a slant pattern to Zay Hood or go to Rayner. He had that big catch earlier in the drive over to that far side. So quite a bit of options for the Red Raiders on what they would like to call on this 4th down and 2. Maybe how about put, again, Jace Love in the backfield along with Zach Davis. How about a quarterback keeper up the middle with Zach Davis?
They've got 2 extra offensive linemen in the game, if that tells you what they want to do. Ryan Gaddy as well as Jordan Harris are in the game. And Von Lane, who had a touchdown last week, 4 carries, 10 yards, the backup quarterback, he's the bully ball guy in this situation. And they're just going to give it to Lane, and he had no chance. Man, I am not a huge fan of that on 4th and 2, and Von Lane stacked up almost immediately. Rockwall-Heath ready for it. They shut it down. Turnover on downs.
Well, that's a great example there of film study and preparation during the week since they saw that last week. Surprised that they made that call. Maybe an opportunity to spread the offense once again. Maybe to go to Zay Hood or maybe go to Rayner since he was open early on the drive in the flat. So 4:27 for the Red Raiders on defense. They need a quick 3 and out to try to get the football back once again.
Well, the defense has got to find a way to bail out the offense here. 4:27 remaining. Prosper Neal back out there at quarterback. Empty backfield. Rockwall-Heath, quarterback draw here on first down. Neal's got room, 40, and he's out to the 43-yard line. First down, Hawks. And Tyler Legacy, since they had to use a timeout before the fourth down, they're down to just one.
Well, for Rockwall-Heath, that's the greatest asset for Prosper Neal. Put him in the shotgun and let him run off that quarterback play from the shotgun snap. So he's more dangerous than that than actually firing it downfield, even though he had a touchdown pass, that 59-yarder earlier to Contreras early in the fourth quarter. He is most effective when he runs the football.
So 1st and 10, that clock ticking, and Rockwall-Heath letting it tick. Play clock down to 5 seconds. As Neal hands off straight up the middle to Bradford, and another good run. Bradford piling his way out near midfield, and that clock just continues to tick more.
Nathaniel Kirksey on the tackle once again for Tyler Legacy. It's a tough situation for the Red Raiders. They need to stop their race. Now you probably have to think turnover in this situation.
Looked like the left guard there, and Colton Wade lost his helmet, so he has to go to the sideline. I'll tell you, Rockwall-Heath, they only have 14 seconds on this play clock, and they are going extremely slow. I'm not sure they're going to get this snap off. And Prosper Neal now running up. They're hurriedly getting to the line of scrimmage. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, they get it off. It's a handoff straight up the middle, first down and more. Bradford into the secondary, 20, and driven down at the 16-yard line. First down, Rockwall-Heath.
Boy, that is a big run there for Rockwall-Heath off the draw play. Bounces to the outside. Now the benefit for Rockwall-Heath, they have it in the red zone.
2:56 and counting. Clock stopped momentarily. Well, the positive side to this, if you're Tyler Legacy, Rockwall-Heath only has room to get one more first down. The negative side, a touchdown, pretty much means it's over.
Especially with a 2-score lead.
Prosper Neal back into the empty gun. I would think this is quarterback run all the way. And it is. Quarterback draw straight up the middle. Neal runs into a defensive lineman as he springs to about the 13-yard line. Tyler Legacy not taking that final timeout yet. 2:20 to play. I think they want to see how this plays out here on 2nd and about 8.
Well, for the Red Raiders, Reese, they have to think turnover. Try to strip it, get one player to tackle. If it's Prosper Neal and the second person to come behind and strip it.
You have time to stop it one more time. We're under 2 minutes now. Next snap's going to come around 1:50. One timeout left for the Red Raiders. Neal in the empty gun. He runs it down. Neal, quarterback draw again, straight up the middle. He did not get anything. Tyler Legacy has not taken that last timeout yet. I think they're going to let it run. So you've got to get the stop here. You can use your final timeout. It'll likely bring on a field goal attempt if you get the stop, and you'll get it back with under a minute to go and no timeouts. Needing 6.
But it all hinges on this third down play, third down and long. So they have to get the stop to force the field goal for the Red Raiders on defense, perhaps the big play of the game.
You said it earlier, you can only play what's in front of you. Right now, this 3rd and 10 is what's in front of them. Tyler Legacy with some movement, but no snap. Looks like they got back, and Rockwall-Heath's going to run it down on the clock and then call timeout. So the smart play by the Hawks, 1:04 to play as they take their first timeout. And they'll have 2 remaining. But Tyler Legacy here, you have to get the stop no matter what.
Absolutely, especially if Rockwall-Heath, if they're going with a draw play, maybe apply the run blitz and once again try to force it out of the quarterback's hands. Prosper Neal, you have to go all out on this situation on 3rd down and long. And for Rockwall-Heath, Reese, only 4 out of 12 on 3rd down conversions in this district matchup.
Well, a first down, they can run out the clock. A touchdown, it's probably over. I would be very, very surprised if Rockwall-Heath even thinks about putting this ball in the air. I think no matter what, you have to run it here. Run that clock. But crazier things can happen. And maybe Rodney Webb is feeling a little bit risky that he can perhaps catch the Red Raiders off guard. Well, the ball is something to know. The ball's on the 15, well within the range you would believe of Braden Winters, who already has 1 field goal today. But remember, the starting kicker in Bronson Mueller, he's not out there today for reasons unknown. So a sophomore kicker in his first varsity game could perhaps spell a little bit of trouble. 3 receivers for Rockwall-Heath. They do spread it out here on 3rd and 10. And now Bradford's motioned out. Now back in. It's a fake. Neal will keep it all the way. He jukes to the left, and he is stopped. No, churning the legs all the way to about the 11-yard line. A little bit risky, and Tyler Legacy will call their final timeout.
Well, for Prosper Neal, that's a situation for him that he has to get down immediately to avoid that extra hit.
Man, would he have been licking himself at? He fumbled that football. Granted, it would have been very deep in the territory of Tyler Legacy, but the Red Raiders taking their final timeout. So this will set up a 28-yard field goal, but the offense is staying out there right now for Rockwall-Heath. As now it's running over to the sideline. Do they maybe go for this here, thinking if we don't get it, they're going to have bad field position?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. 4th down and 6, maybe run it, take time off the clock, and yeah, that will pin the Red Raiders deep in their own territory. I think that would be a pretty good call if they want to take the chance of the field goal. It might get blocked, and that's a possibility for Tyler Legacy to return it all the way for a game-winning touchdown. So, yes, it's a
possibility.
Yeah, right.
As Braden Winters is next to the huddle of players, and he's loosening his kicking leg, but I wouldn't be that shocked if they do go for it, given where they're at on the field. Now, if this was at the 30-yard line, we would be having a much different conversation.
Indeed. Right, and especially with the time, 55 seconds to play in regulation. But, Reese, when you think about this game, even though we had quite a bit of penalties, this was a fun game to watch. You had outstanding plays on both sides. The defensive line for Tyler Legacy played lights out through much of the game, but yes, big plays on each side. But the thing that has hurt Tyler Legacy has been the mistakes and the penalties.
Well, here comes the kick team. So Rockwall-Heath will indeed kick for it. And this side of the coin, it does make some sense too, because you make it a 6-point game. Tyler Legacy can't tie it with a field goal. That would be the risk you're running if you go for it and don't get it. So it's Braden Winters, 30 yards. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way. It's veering right. Did he miss it? I think he did. It's no good. Oh, man. I told you the pressure of a sophomore kicker, and Winters goes wide right.
That's what it comes down to. Boy, he had the distance there, Reese, but it just sailed wide to the far side. And for the Red Raiders, they have one more opportunity. 51 ticks remain in regulation.
Well, you've got to get to about the 25-yard line on Rockwall-Heath's side just to feel comfortable about a field goal try. August Williford around that 23, 25-yard line. That is about his range. Williford loosening on the sideline. Legacy needs a whole lot of yards. Quick throw here on first down. It's caught to Carrion Holly, and he's tackled quickly inbounds. I don't know about that, and Tyler Legacy's got to go quickly.
And also throw the football closer to the sideline as well. That was thrown at the numbers.
35 seconds and counting. Legacy quick snapping, looking left. He's going to throw left. He's got a man, J.P. Rayner, who slithers his way to the 38-yard line. Clock will stop for the chains to reset. Tyler Legacy, are they going to spike this thing? It doesn't look like it. Quick snap here. Davis looking left. Davis throwing left. He's got a man open. Hood, and he's out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Great play by Zay Hood. He quickly steps out of bounds, stops the clock with 19 seconds to play.
Well, you have to either get a first down or get out of bounds or an incompletion here. Davis in the gun. Slow rush from Heath. Throw to the sideline. Hood again. Did he get out of bounds? I don't know if he did. And there's now an injured player for Rockwall-Heath on the field, and oh man, Isaac Martin is down holding his right knee.
Two quick passes by Zach Davis. Did a fine job in sending those passes to the far side to Zay Hood. And my, oh my, for the Red Raiders, perhaps one more completion, perhaps inside the 25-yard line, they have a chance for the field goal, Reese.
Well, Isaac Martin is down, and we're going to step aside with him for just a moment. Our best wishes to him. Actually, no, we won't. He's getting lifted back up. Good to see for Isaac, who is walking with the help of a trainer, but he's under his own power.
Perhaps Reese, in this situation, maybe a quick out to the sidelines. Try to stop the clock with 14 seconds left.
36 seconds to play. Davis in the gun. Tyler Legacy needs about 10. Davis looking. Davis throwing. Hood down the sideline. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. 9 seconds to play. You got to hurry and you got to spike it. Hood getting to the line. Tyler Legacy racing up there. There's now 7 seconds on the clock as some time ran off. Davis in the gun. Davis taking the snap. He's going to throw for it all, and it's incomplete. I don't hate the shot, but it was a little risky where it was thrown.
Yes, it was. That almost would have been intercepted in that far side of the end zone. That pass was thrown into double coverage, Reese. So, whew,
that was giving me some fake spike flashbacks.
Yes.
Oh, man. So it's going to be on the foot of August Williford. 2 timeouts for Rockwall-Heath. They can't ice him. 25 yards, the senior. Williford this year has connected on 2 of 3 field goals he missed from 40. And Rockwall-Heath is going to make him think about it a little bit. Understandably so.
Well, Reese, regardless of the result of this kick, you have to give the Red Raiders and Zach Davis credit with under 1 minute to drive.
No timeouts.
Yes, to drive all the way down the length of the field with those sideline patterns. Zayhood with 2 huge receptions, and Rander, the tight end, with the reception in the left side. My, oh my, give the Red Raiders a ton of credit to have the fortitude and the will to knife down the field with under 1 minute in regulation. Incredible job.
Well, August Williford, I would be willing to bet this is the biggest kick of his young career. The senior who was on the team last year. Williford, 7 of 8 last year. He's connected on 2 of 3 this year. 9 for 11 in his career. Left hash. This is a 25-yard field goal. No timeout. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way. It is good! August Williford has tied the game at 24. The senior drives it through, and we are headed to overtime. How about that?
Big time kick by Williford. Time runs out. He nails a 25-yard kick for Tyler Legacy. And Reese, as you mentioned, we will head into overtime. What a way to come back by Tyler Legacy. We thought that they were out of it. Rockwall-Heath had a chance to put this game on ice, but Tyler Legacy, oh man, what a great job by Zach Davis, the quarterback, and the offense to go down the field with under 1 minute to play to force overtime with that big-time kick, 25 yards to send it into overtime.
We're going to step aside here for about 30 seconds. You're watching Tyler ISD. back here from Rose Stadium. What a ball game here tonight. Reese Land and Herman Howard to my right had to get a cough drop at the commercial break. This has been a game of games. 24-all. The Pierce Tyler Legacy won the toss, and they deferred. So they will start on defense. Rockwall-Heath on offense. If you're unfamiliar with how the overtime rules work, here's how it is. First overtime, it's straight. Both teams get the ball. You can kick the extra point. You can go for two, do whatever. If it goes to a second overtime, you can do whatever, and then you have to go for two if you score. After the second overtime, it's the third overtime and on. It's just two-point conversion after two-point conversion. If you get it and the other team doesn't, it's over. But we've seen those games go on very long, thinking of Illinois Penn State a couple years ago that went 7 overtimes. So here we go, start of overtime. Landon Dutka in the game. He evades a tackler, and he can't get away from Nathaniel Kirksey, but a pretty good gain of 5 yards.
Kirksey's there once again for Tyler Legacy. Comes up with the open field tackle at the 20-yard line.
There is an injured Red Raider on the field. I think it's Ramon Gabriel, and he's now back to his feet. It might just be cramping, and I don't want to speculate, but certainly we're hoping it's just cramping. This has been a long game. You mentioned slugfest, punches back and forth. And Ramon Gabriel has played a ton of snaps here tonight.
And these athletes, Reese, they've put it all on the line tonight, both sides, offense and defense. So kudos to the athletes on both sides tonight for Rockwall-Heath and also for Tyler Legacy.
Tyler Legacy's defense trying to put their foot in the ground. The second half has really opened things up for the Hawks. They struggled so much in the first half. They didn't even have 60 yards of total offense, but they have struck a couple of times here in this one, and we're tied here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 5. Dutka sends his man, Sean Gary, in motion. Gary takes a sweep. Gary at the 20. Gary at the 15, the 10, and knocked out of bounds near the 6-yard line. First down, Hawks.
Keep in mind, Sean Gary had that 36-yard touchdown reception in the first quarter over the top, and he comes up big right there with that run off to the far side, inside the 10-yard line, close to the 5.
Much quieter than his 12 catches last week, but a big run there for the junior. So 1st and goal for Rockwall-Heath. Can Tyler Legacy dig their foot in the ground? Dutka in the gun, high snap, hands off here, Bradford, and Bradford goes nowhere. Looked like Cash Davis crashed down on that one. Maybe a half a yard on the play.
Big stop by Davis, and for the Red Raiders, they have to come up huge in this situation, try to hold them to a field goal.
Well, Jay-Sean Lee and Christian Jones, who both did not start the game, are getting extended run at safety here in the second half and overtime. Motion man Bradford throwing for Bradford. Dangerous, deflected, and incomplete, but it looks like roughing the passer. Nathaniel Kirksey must have got there a little bit late on Landon Dutka, and that's where the flag is.
Once again, Reese, we mentioned this earlier, mistakes and penalties will kill you each and every time, especially in this critical situation in overtime.
Yep. And for the senior captain, that is a tough one. A rare mistake as Tyler Legacy trying to get some subs in here quickly. Cash Davis departing, Luke Allen sprinting for the sideline, and he just got off the field. 1st and goal from the 3, run up the middle, Bradford bouncing out of a tackle, but he can't get away from the rush. Jay-Sean Lee. That's a big loss.
Yes, great pursuit by Lee. He races him down from the backside, tackles him at about the 7-yard line. What an outstanding defensive play by Lee for the Red Raiders.
Tyler Legacy trying to dig in. Big substitution back off the field as they get some fresh defensive linemen into the game. Second and goal from the 7-yard line. Motioned out of the backfield, now back in Bradford. Now across the way he goes. Bradford out into space, throwing, corner of the end zone. It's up for grabs, and Gary made the catch for a touchdown. Sean Gary for the 2nd time tonight. And Rockwall-Heath has taken the 6-point lead.
But what a play by Sean Gary. Makes that catch in that left corner of the end zone. against 2 defenders in that back line. Oh my, great concentration. He made that catch, Reese, over his left shoulder against 2 defenders draped all over him. What a play by Gary.
Into the tightest of tight windows. Tyler Legacy trying to get a couple of men off late. And they finally do. Rockwall-Heath could have snapped that ball. It looks like they're going for 2. They are going for 2. It's a handoff inside, and Tyler Legacy stood it up. It was the up back in Isaac Zermzekler, and he did not get there. They gamble, and now Tyler Legacy, a touchdown and an extra point, wins it.
Wow, what a call. Oh my goodness, I'm surprised about that one as well,
Yeah.
Reese. But the Red Raiders are able to come up huge once again with their defensive front. They shut the door, and for Tyler Legacy, you mentioned they're on offense. They just need a touchdown and an extra point to win it.
Well, you got to get the touchdown first.
Yes.
Working from the 25. Very interesting call. I like the aggressiveness for Rockwall-Heath. I do not love the play call. They tried to fool him, and they've tried to do that several times tonight, and it just hasn't worked. 1st and 10 here for Zach Davis. Play action. He's going to look for it all. Sidesteps the rush. There goes Davis. 20, 10. Zach Davis has won the game for Tyler Legacy. Pending the extra point, it is tied at 30. Oh, my goodness.
Zach Davis, that was like the parting of the Red Sea there, Reese. Found open field and just runs uncontested into the left far side of the end zone for the score on the 25-yard run on the first play of overtime. Incredible.
Well, I got so excited, I put the touchdown on the wrong screen for the Rockwall-Heath score and the wrong one on for the Tyler Legacy score. Rockwall-Heath's going to ice him. But, oh, my goodness, Zach Davis, really his first run of the night, he goes for 25 and 6.
Well, Reese, we said in the third quarter, big-time players make big-time plays. It was Zach Davis. He made the huge play of the game, a 25-yard run, wide open. That was surprising to me, how wide open he was, and he just runs into that far side of the end zone for the score. And a chance for the Red Raiders to win it.
An unbelievable game. Does it end with the guy who sent it here, August Williford? I mentioned maybe the biggest field goal of his life earlier. I'd be willing to bet this is one of the biggest extra points.
Indeed.
The senior. Brown the holder. Rockwall-Heath obviously bringing everybody. 30-30. Williford into it. It's a walk-off winner for the Red Raiders.
What a comeback win for Tyler Legacy. They get a district win and improve to 2-3 on this season.
They're going to be partying all over South Broadway tonight. Tyler Legacy 31, Rockwall-Heath 30. One of the best high school football games you'll ever watch. And Tyler Legacy pulls it out in the end. It's August Williford sending everybody home.
My, oh my. Incredible opportunities blown by Rockwall-Heath, but for Tyler Legacy, they're able to capitalize. It goes back to that late fourth quarter, Reese. 1 minute to play, they missed that field goal. Then Tyler Legacy marches right down the field goal ties it, and then they went for 2, and then they didn't convert. And one play, Zach Davis, the 25-yard run, and the point after was good, 31-30. What an incredible game tonight from Rose Stadium.
An unbelievable game, and we're going to sidestep this one for about a minute or so. We'll come back and break it down. Tyler Legacy has their first win at Rose Stadium in almost a calendar year. They take down the Rockwall-Heath Hawks for the first time since 2019. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. I'm Reese Lannon, Herman Howard to my right. What a ball game. Tyler Legacy 31, Rockwall-Heath 30. It looked like the Red Raiders were left for dead multiple times tonight, and they somehow find their way back and win a thriller here on this Friday night.
Well, Reese, that's a great example, not only in football, but also in life, to never, never give up. That's the great quote by Winston Churchill.
Yep.
And for Tyler Legacy, they're able to respond. For a moment, we thought that was it for them.
Yeah.
Because for Rockwall-Heath, they had the opportunity to put the game away, but they missed that 30-yard field goal. And then for Tyler Legacy, once again, they drive right down the field. They kick the field goal to tie the game. Then Rockwall-Heath, they scored a touchdown, but as you said, they went for two and they're unable to make it. Then Zach Davis, the play of the game, that 25-yard touchdown run, wide open, as we said earlier, like the parting of the Red Sea. He goes into the far side of the end zone, and the point after is good. And the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders, they are 1-0 in district play, and they improve to 2-3 in the regular year. What an incredible comeback.
Well, you talk about adversity. Tyler Legacy, after 3 games, there was no other way to put it. They looked like they were in for an extremely rough year, and head coach Bo Trahan knew that coming in. It was going to have to be a rebuild. This was a program that had went through some turmoil after the glory days of the 2004 state championship. They had some highs, but they also had some lows. They started out 0-3, and that third loss was pretty much in the toughest way it could be. 576 rushing yards on you. That's a tough blow. 0-3, they head to Crowley, a 2-hour road trip. Nobody gave them a chance in that game. They somehow eke out the 32-25 win. They come home to play Rockwall-Heath, who's been a really good program and a program that's had Tyler Legacy's number, and it was all about grit tonight.
It was, and grit on, especially on the defensive side. Give the Red Raiders a lot of credit with the defensive front. Keep in mind, this Rockwall-Heath team, they blasted last week Mansfield Legacy 43-12, and they had a 2-game winning streak heading into tonight's game. So on offense, they were red hot coming into Rose Stadium, but what a great job by the defensive line for the Red Raiders, which really proved to be the difference, which kept Tyler Legacy in this game, which allowed them to drive down the field to tie the game late in the game.
Yeah, I think you could give the whole defense the player of the game because they stuck through it through and through. Even when they gave up the touchdown in overtime, they stopped the 2-point conversion. Yep. That opens up everything. Zach Davis on the first play of overtime, he decides to run away. I don't want to talk about Zach Davis for a second. He certainly had his highs and lows in this game. We talked about it, especially in the first half. There were some plays that were kind of unconventional for him. Yep. He stuck through it. That final touchdown drive was a thing of beauty.
It sure was. It shows his poise, his confidence, and also his leadership. When the team needed him the most, Zach Davis was able to come through, able to communicate with his team, and also with those outstanding throws, those sideline passes to Zay Hood. Also, he hit Rayner out there in the left flat, and also on top of that, able to run when everybody was covered, untouched into the left side of the end zone for that 25-yard score. What a great performance by Zach Davis tonight.
Well, we came into tonight. I obviously didn't mention this on air, but I wasn't even sure if we were going to have a broadcast today because our equipment wasn't working, and then our camera wasn't working. You couldn't see our faces throughout the game. We battled through some adversity tonight too, but what a win for Tyler Legacy, and now 2-3 on the year. Rockwall-Heath falling to 2-3. We mentioned at the start, this is a huge game to get because your schedule's very backloaded. You have the 3 district favorites, Longview, Rockwall, Forney, back-to-back at the end. Yep. But the front, Rockwall-Heath, North Forney, Royce City, and no disrespect to those teams because this is a very, very tough district. There's no easy games, as you can see tonight. But last year, they were able to get in the playoffs by winning 3 of their first 4 in the district, 3-8 overall, but 3-3 in the district, and that kind of sets you up for a similar path here, no?
Absolutely it does, because this was a big one for the Red Raiders. They needed this one before they go back on the road. Next week, the most important win is not only the one you're playing, but also that first district win. And for Tyler Legacy, it looks great for them. Now they'll just have to refocus and get ready for next week with the big game on the road. But this is a great way, Reese, to begin district play. And they have won 2 games in a row, back-to-back, for the first time since last year. Outstanding performance and an incredible comeback by the Tyler Legacy Red Raiders.
Well, with 2 in a row, they've got North Forney next on the road, who we do not have a final score in that game, but it was 17-14 at half. I can tell you that much. North Forney was trailing. Next week, we have Tyler High and Joshua for homecoming. Joshua, who had, I believe, only won 6 games in the prior 4 or 5 seasons. They were off to a 4-0 start. Don't know what happened tonight. They were on the road. I believe they were playing maybe Burleson Centennial, but it'll be Tyler High and Joshua next week for homecoming. These flip-flop starts, you got to stick with us on them. Next week, 7 o'clock start. All Tyler Legacy remaining games, 7:30. Tyler High are 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock next week, Joshua and Tyler High. Hopefully you'll be able to see us on air next week. We'll see if that happens. But until then, I'm Reese Land and Herman Howard. Any final thoughts on this game?
Well, Reese, once again, it's been a great opportunity tonight to work another game with you at Rose Stadium.
Likewise.
Outstanding game, back and forth. I think we had some great games earlier in this season. That first game between Tyler Legacy and Tyler High, but tonight, I think this one tonight tops that game because it was back and forth action. You had great defense by Tyler Legacy, and also, once again, they never gave up. At first, we thought that was it because when Rockwall-Heath lined up for that field goal with, 55 seconds to play, and said, well, if he makes it, that's pretty much it, but he missed it wide to the right far side, and then Zach Davis, he took the Red Raiders right down the field to tie the game, and they won it. Zach Davis with that outstanding 25-yard run, and the point after was good. Did you notice that the reaction of the Tyler Legacy fans on this near side, they just went ballistic. They went crazy along with the student athletes, the cheerleaders, the parents, and the fans. That was great to see, and that was really is what high school football is all about in the great state of Texas.
Well, that'll about wrap up the Wagner Cadillac postgame show. Reese Land and Herman Howard saying so long. Tyler Legacy, a 31-30 winner tonight in an absolute thriller. Join us on Tuesday. We'll have Tyler High volleyball right here on this Tyler ISD Athletics YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Next Friday, Joshua Tyler High homecoming, 7 o'clock p.m. Hope you can join us.